Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Jake, and I am going to be the GM of Court of Corvids just this episode, though. Next week, Krug is going to GM.
Yep.
And then Molly, and then Jonas, and then William.
Not William.
No.
We're leaving William
Hold
out
on.
of this
No,
one.
next week I won't be here.
I'm really flattered.
Well,
that
that's
you
why
think,
Krug's doing it next week.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
I'm really flattered that you think that the campaign's going to survive past my GMing of it. It's just going to be Krug becomes level 20, and let's see what happens.
Well, you say that, but I have not only told you that I enjoy your GMing because you GM'd the first 2 episodes of Avatar.
That was fun.
But last night, Sam DeLev and I were talking behind your back about how amazing you are at a GM and that you need to GM streamed shows more often.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm pretty sure Krug's only streamed like 2 shows.
3. There was the Starfinder one.
Oh, yes,
Pub
that's
Perils,
right.
and then that thing.
Yeah.
I will say that 2 things.
Yeah.
One, I would gladly, because it was very enjoyable, and not to knock Rule of Lore in any way, but I greatly regret doing it because I wanted to finish it so badly. Still super excited to watch it on Saturday though. Second thing, Sam made a choice that was completely out of the blue for me. It was regarding an assistive device that her character had.
Their character.
They forgot to put a fire retardant on it, and Sam made the choice, and I was like, well, okay, I'm going to use that because you made the choice, and I did. And then during the break, they were telling me that I handled it well, and that it wasn't it didn't feel weird or awkward for them, and I was like, yes. I was so worried about doing it in injustice in some way, and then they told me I didn't, and I felt accomplished as a human being. Yeah.
If we're talking Krug up really quick, I do want to say that Pub Perils, I still think about the time where, as the robot thingy that I was playing, the other half, the secondary character or whatever, when I didn't let the person in and you chopped off the hand and then gave me whatever the hero
a flaw
point,
or whatever. Yeah.
You gave me whatever the equivalent of a hero point is. Mm-hmm. When you gave me that you are one of the only GMs I've ever had in my life that has actually given me something for doing something fully in character because and everybody else wants to, and I do this too, but we all forget. And you were oh, that was that's amazing.
What a bad correct thing to do.
What a horrible thing for your character that is completely in character.
Catastrophic success.
And it was just it felt so good, and I was like, yes, I just got my character's hand chopped off.
That's role-playing games. Hey, so check out Rule of Lore on Saturday for the last 2 episodes of Avatar Legends
Republic
City
Rumble.
Legends,
Wow.
Republic Origins, Resurgence.
Yep.
Something. We're already at Krug and we're already hyping
Sure.
up. Why don't you talk about anything that you've got going on or anything that you want to talk about?
I'm Krug. You can talk to me on Discord. Is probably the best way to do it if you want to go on our Discord. The link will be in chat at some point because the bot does it automatically. And oh wait, no, because we're on YouTube right now.
We're on YouTube.
Oh.
The description? Is it in the description?
What?
The Discord link?
Yes.
Yeah, go to the description then. I know what we're doing.
Can you do bot commands on YouTube yet at all? Okay.
I don't have anything really specific to say about what I'm working on at the moment, but I would like to just PSA change your Twitch passwords.
Oh yeah.
It got giga hacked, and we're not sure that they got passwords or what exact data they got about user accounts. But do it right now. Just do it right now. How about that? It's a
There
good
you go.
choice. Yeah.
Molly.
I'm just trying to figure out why I'm so dark, and my skin is translucent.
It's because I need to fix this camera and I never do it. It's got an auto color thing that keeps happening. Krug, do this and put your hands up.
Put your hands up.
Did it work?
You're less blue.
Nice.
You don't look dead.
I like it.
Is it such a problem that you're a bit blue?
No, it's not that I'm blue. It's that you can't tell how blue my hair is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. True.
Well, that's
very
also
upset.
because of the background.
I mean, I'd rather be blue than green.
Dabba dee dabba die. I'm
Because
just.
if
We're
you
using
were
a lot
green,
of
you would die.
light, non-blue light.
I just look like a floating head right now. That's all. I am, but
You know what would help if I didn't make the background blue?
Pull my dress down. I just need to wear really low cut dresses. Like this. Hi, I'm Molly McIsaac. I play Moss the Magnificent. We are both she/her. You can find us across the internet us as because Moss sometimes takes over my personality. I guess. I don't know where I end and she begins these days. You can find me across the internet at Molly McIsaac, everywhere except for here on Twitch where I am Night Glimmer, and that I do need to change my password. And
we're also on YouTube. But
yes, on Instagram. Oh, yeah, we are on YouTube. Whatever.
It's all right.
Yeah. And then on Instagram, I am Molly McIsaac, but I am also Eternal Whimsy, which is my tattoos. And if you're in the LA area, I am currently doing tattoos for tip only. If you let me practice a machine tattoo thing on you. That was the wrong order of words. If you let me practice that tattoo machine on you, which I'm very good, and I promise I will not give you a bad tattoo, I'm doing it for tip only until the end of the year. So you can go to my Instagram for tattoos, Eternal Whimsy, and I will straight up give you a free tattoo if you get the Court of Corvids logo tattooed on you. even if it's just the Raven skull from the Court of Corvids logo, that's free. Maybe I'll pay you. Don't hold me to that. But
Hold me to maybe.
Yeah, hold me to the maybe.
A snack? You'll give someone a snack.
So hold me to the maybe.
Yeah, I'll give you I'll bake you special cookies.
Oh, well, because they're so delicious.
Yeah.
That's special. I
think I'll go next.
I was gonna say because Jonas was gone last week. We'll
yeah.
have yeah.
Yeah. So hello, I'm
Let's
William.
get out of here.
No, come back. I miss you.
I'm William. They them. And I play Remy Ashwillow, also they them, the Goblin Dampier fighter detective. Not actually spec'd into detective, but
for fun.
But plays one on stage.
Yeah.
But not on stage. So, things that I'm doing, we're going on tour. We're in Glass Beach. If you want to do the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
We're in a band called Glass Beach. And we're going on our first ever, not just Glass Beach's first ever, but our first ever
Big tour.
US tour.
Yeah.
Full US tour. So we might be coming to a city near you in November. Be fully vaccinated, please. And if you're an older person who wants to see us and the booster shot is available to you, also get that. And if you're immunocompromised, you maybe shouldn't come to our show. I'm sorry, but the world's got to figure that out.
Look, I get it. The thing is, you're trying to not be mean to people that are they can't help that they're immunocompromised, but at the same time, it's just better. It's just hey,
I promise. We're
not done.
We're internally we have been discussing not for this tour because there's just no way we can get something together. But we are trying to figure out a way where we can live stream every single set on a tour, so that and encourage it to be a regional thing. But if not, people can check it out. So basically, if we're in Detroit, if you're immunocompromised or otherwise disabled and the venue isn't very accessible to you, because unfortunately that is how things happen. In the future, we're hoping to at least give you access to our set, not necessarily our openers or anything like that, but. That's a little ways off, but it's what we're trying to do. It's what we're trying to do, and we're doing that.
But also, if you're coming to the LA show, any of you, Jake and I will be there.
Ooh.
And so will we.
Yeah. I didn't think you would be.
I plan on going in a different band's t-shirt, but leaving in a Glass Beach.
That's commitment.
Yeah, you're gonna get fully converted, have a religious experience on the dance floor.
Be loud about it too. Make everyone who came, wearing a different band's t-shirt
I'll
who hasn't bought a
baptize-
Glass Beach one yet to want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on stage and just gently wipe the sweat off their brows and then baptize you in it.
I have to figure out
Yeah.
Is that
what
COVID compliant?
probably. I have
Between friends, vaccinated friends.
True.
I have to figure out what band t-shirt to wear though. That's the key, do I, traditional
Corn.
you know what? I was
Corn.
thinking corn too.
I guess it's corn.
I'm pretty sure I have a
corn.
corn t-shirt from the 90s.
Oh, that's probably worth at least $100.
Somewhere. I was a huge corn fan. There's something wrong
Go
with
to
me.
Corvids show live at the concert. Yeah, we do a live 30-minute one shot.
There you go.
Boss just muscles everyone out of the way and is let me speak.
Should I introduce myself?
Yeah,
It's
William, are
been
you
like
done?
maybe
Yeah, I
do
think so.
one?
I think
Okay,
I'm done.
cool.
I'm Jonas. Hello, pronouns they, them, or she, her. I play Robin. Ash Willow, the gnome.
You almost said goblin.
I almost said the goblin. Chameleon gnome, Dampier. I almost said fighter. Druid. I do play her again. It's been a while. It's very good to be back here. Her pronouns are she, her. Yeah, I'm in the band Glass Beach. It's what I'm talking about. We're going on tour. Come see us. Our shows are very fun, and I think they're only going to get more and more fun. LA is going to be cool. Wear a corn shirt if you've got one.
My ear!
Oh, also in the chat, Don Von Dahlen
Oh, yes, I wanted to
said
say.
I started listening and added some to the playlist
That's
finally.
awesome. Thank you, Don.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
I hope you're enjoying it. I assume since it's on your playlists that you are to some degree.
It's in the playlist called "Don't Listen to This."
Songs I hate.
But bands that should die.
Hey, it wouldn't be our
Whoa.
first death threat. I'll tell you that.
It would be Glass Beach's first.
It would be
right?
Glass Beach's
Okay,
first.
at least
Please
we know
don't.
of.
Not
No,
even
no,
a-
no,
don't even- not
That
even a
seal does
joke.
not need to be broken.
Under any circumstances for
No.
anyone ever. How about
No,
that?
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, it was distressing enough in college. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
need
to
another
Zill's
one.
playlist. I have to know what song. What would Zill's favorite Glass Beach song be?
Oh shoot.
Only the ones that Zill performed.
Wow.
any cover Zill does.
Mm-hmm.
Songs I wish I hated.
Songs I wish I hated. That's pretty cool.
If I saw someone with like our whole album on a playlist that said songs I wish I hated, I think I'd feel pretty good about
Yeah.
that.
Can you
Right.
see the names of the playlists?
Yes.
We get notified when
Mhm.
someone adds our songs to a playlist.
What's
Wow.
the weirdest
And
name?
we get to we have we
if
have some weird
I can't
ones.
check on mobile very
Yeah.
easily, but I can.
Okay, I want to know now.
On desktop, it's really easy. If you grab a laptop during the break.
I'm going to start making the most bizarre playlist names and just adding your songs.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it to message you exclusively.
You're like, hey William, what's up? And it's just our songs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then like
Yeah.
Korn's entire discography.
Yeah.
What?
corn. Well, we got corn on the brain. Huh?
we
gotta go see those
Korn's
farmers.
discography until the like weird religious separation between the band. Let's.
Oh, wait.
Let's,
Right. It's kind of like Mumford and Sons, the like banjo players, like.
Jonas, are you good?
I found the playlist actually on my phone.
So when we do the intro video, we'll come back with it. But my name is Jake. I am the GM. I've already said that portion. You're looking at the stupid names.
Ramona Flowers ruined a whole generation.
Especially ruined it for me because everyone wants me to be their manic pixie dream girl, Ramona Flowers.
This is the whole stream now. Okay with it.
Best place to reach me is on Discord, but you can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT. Things that we have coming up. We need to film some
Game
episodes on Game Gorgon. We haven't filmed because, well, life sucks. Not life sucks. Life has been wild.
Hectic.
Hectic. Yeah.
It's hectic and hard to schedule things.
Oh, God, so much. And then I also would like to say thank you for everyone that has been wishing Lacey a happy and a quick recovery. My little puppy broke her leg last night, and I've been up since yesterday. So
You gotta start young. You gotta teach them how to tumble when they fall. In climbing, that's all. They're like, don't brace with your arm. When you fall, don't brace with your arm.
So-
You little
Same with
pupper.
horse riding. You gotta like fall off the horse, you just roll.
So what had happened was she was moving from one couch to the other, and Barney didn't like that for some reason.
Oh no!
And jumped out of the pillows because he is a pillow goblin and like hides himself. And so he jumped out and barked at her. We don't know if he nudged her or just scared the living crap out of her.
Right.
But she fell back and hit this little stool
God.
that we have to like put cups and stuff on. And then she fell to the ground.
Yikes.
And so she's now got a cast that's probably bigger than her.
Yep.
How much of this did you like see happen? Or did you just like hear it from the other room and come in?
I was actually on Discord playing New World with
Okay.
with Krug, and all of a sudden I hear the dogs screaming, which happens every once in a while because they're dogs.
The dogs, yeah.
But
it's normal.
I start getting up because it's lasting a little bit longer, and I walk over, and all of a sudden Lauren walks into the other room holding Lacey, going, Jake, and like, which is not a good thing.
Right. No. Oh God.
And so I was just like, oh God, and all of the dogs were howling. She was screaming like a velociraptor. It was
Wow.
it was a whole entire thing.
I will say on Discord, we thought that Jake went to get a snack. We were so confused about where
Yeah,
Jake
because I was just like, I took my
Didn't say
headset
any words,
off.
which is totally reasonable now that we understand what it was. But we were like, "What is he like growing wheat from scratch to make a slice of bread to make a sandwich? Like, what's going on right now?"
Yeah.
And then I didn't go. So fun story. I didn't go to work today because of all the vet stuff. But one of the other reasons is because I had to clean this room because I slept with her on the floor in here because I didn't want her on the bed because I didn't want her to accidentally fall off or anything. So I literally made like a bunch of pillows. Actually, there's a heating pad still out here from last night.
Cute.
And literally I slept with my head over her, like in like a little thing, so that her head was here, so that if she moved, I would wake me. And just slept like that last night. So
I don't know if you know this about Jake or not, but
I love animals.
dude likes dogs. Yeah.
No, Jake actually hates animals. Jake threw Lacey, and that's why her leg is broken.
Not true. Not true.
Not
on YouTube. They'll roll with anything.
I have an uncontrollable love for all animals. In
It's
fact,
true.
I love animals more than people, so much so that when people walk their dogs down the street, I like stop and watch the dogs, and I realize that people think I'm looking at them, and I'm like, no, your dog is cute. I don't really care about
They're like
you.
out there. They're like out there in them like TikTok booty pants, and they're just like, "Excuse me."
I feel bad because like I do feel like some women think I'm gawking at them, but I'm like, I really don't care. Your dog is really fucking cute.
I was walking Jonas's dog Markle when they were like they've been working recently outside of the home, and I was walking by someone and they just said something very quickly at me. And I was like, what? And I thought they were like mad that I was walking a dog. And I was like, oh, is this your property? I'm sorry that this dog is on your lawn a little bit. Like, just creep it in. And so I turned and I was like apologizing. And then they said the same thing again quickly. And I just like, there was just noise around it, so I wasn't catching it. And I was just like, I'm sorry. And the person stopped and started walking towards me just a little bit. And I was like, what?
Oh, no.
And they stopped, and they put a hand out, and they were like, you have a beautiful dog. And I was like, oh, thank you. I'm so glad in the moment I didn't do that awkward thing of like, well, it's not actually my dog.
Oh my God.
They're like, okay.
I don't care.
God. Okay, you're impossible. Wow.
I think we have distracted enough that we should move into
maybe.
the episode.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I just wanted to say one thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The way that you convince people that you're not looking at them, get down on all fours and just walk.
Yeah, but I'm
towards
usually
them.
driving, which is worse because I'm like, ooh.
No, get out of the car, get down on all fours, and crawl towards the dog.
I don't think that's gonna help.
No, because they're like,
Start barking.
They're like, I'm not into the step on me, mommy.
Yeah.
thing, you know,
John said
and-
bedroom
and-
community.
and we're gonna go.
Yeah, it's a good.
With Austin.
Hello and welcome back,
Hi.
everyone.
We're just talking about friendship.
Yeah, just talking about friendship. 100% nothing else.
We know the intro is loud and it.
We'll
Yes,
turn-
we
we'll
are
turn it down
aware.
next week.
Yeah.
It
Or we'll
loud,
turn it up.
but good.
Oh, yeah. Or we'll turn.
Apparently it slaps.
Yes, that's what Murphy Pop says. Jonas, can you do me a huge favor? Can you increase your chair?
Yeah, I can
Just-
do that.
You,
I like to be shorter than William because it's in character.
It's fine, but
But-
literally your face was like here on the.
I kind of felt that too. And
You can split the difference. I'm cool with
maybe just a
splitting.
little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine.
You were just here.
Am I shorter than you? It doesn't matter. It doesn't
You
matter.
were just here most of the intro.
I wanna hold on. Rest my arms.
That's adorable.
This is
As we left off last week,
It's the new moon. It's pure chaos new moon energy.
That
the
explains it.
entire city of Kellendale exploded.
Uh-oh.
Things inside Kellendale exploded, and then it hurt.
Yeah,
It
things
damaged
underground
Kellendale.
exploded.
Yeah.
Part of the town, really.
And all of you had run off to meet up with Robin because she was outside of town. And you'd spoken with her and let her know that what the hell was going on. She clearly heard what was going on. And then you all have been basically trying to do your best to heal and bring back people as quickly as possible. A lot of people. A ton of people. So we're going to start there. We're going to start, you probably... Why don't we start when you all show up and you see Robin literally... No. We've already done this.
We ended... with Targus coming over.
Coming over to meeting.
Tears, you're the new hope now.
Yeah.
There is a kind of an elephant in the room of something that I think happened between episodes, right? Of a character who I believe came back to us.
Yeah. So over. It's still timeline wise hasn't happened. / you are unaware of it, but the Discord in fact has put their efforts together and rolled very well to actually bring Ash back to life, who had died. And it was funny because we were all talking about it we have a separate GM / leadership chat where we talk about metagame and stuff like that to what direction do we want to take this overall story on the server, right? And it was like, hey, they really want to do this. Is this a thing that's possible? And I was like, it would have not been possible, except for 2 things happened. William added the little piece where Ash brought Krug up.
Which was solid.
And the fact that Krug took her soul and released it. If that hadn't happened in that episode, her soul would have still been wandering around. They wouldn't have been able to bring her back. But I was like, you know what? The things just magically aligned in a way. I was like,
yeah,
fair enough.
You're spending the time and effort to do this. Let's make it happen, you know?
Cool. Oh, yeah, boom. We did it.
I can do it from here. You
Right
transfer it to me.
Well, technically, you do that, and then you do this, and then...
And you get nothing.
I'll just... There we go. And I definitely think to no avail, but Robin would have made it one of her priorities to try to save Ash as well, and I just think not able to make a difference, and then the time came together.
Yeah, I mean, when you all are there, would you even bring it up to Robin, or are you all fixating on...
I definitely think Remy would have brought it up to Robin. Just mentioned it, and said that, the rest of us had already tried to do this or that, and that it might be too late.
Yeah.
Continued mentioning the thing that we're not thinking of. There's got to be something.
Yeah.
But if I can make a request of because are we gonna stay kind of in the area, or are we gonna peace out? I feel like we're gonna peace out, right? Because we need to get these artifacts and
we are supposed to leave real fast.
Yeah, we do need to put some distance, probably.
So if we could be on the road.
Again.
So
sure.
just so that we can be
It would be cool to say there's been quite a bit of grieving.
Yeah.
For people who have
absolutely.
died, and I would like to not play it out necessarily right now.
Right.
100%.
Yeah, but it has happened, and it was very hard and very realistic. Very, very challenging media.
There was a lot of Oscar-worthy performances on behalf of all of us, and y'all are like, wow, these are the best role players I've ever seen.
We got an email from DiCaprio. We made him quit.
Yeah.
Definitely deserve $9 million over 3 years.
Yeah.
That's what that...
$9 million over 3 years. That's all we're asking for.
We can ask for tears on a dime. It's immediate. Yeah.
You don't get that reference, do you?
I do.
Oh, okay. You had a confused look, so...
Well,
I don't. I was
it's
just
not
playing
one
along.
person, though, am I right?
Neither are we. Anyways,
Explain it to me later.
okay, yeah. We'll do. So, as you all get into your caravan and start heading out, as you're...
Did the caravan survive?
Well, that's where I'm getting to.
Oh.
Is the caravan is movable, but it is damaged.
Oh.
It is definitely not to the full standard as it was before. You know that it's going to get some distance, but you're going to definitely have to stop somewhere and fix some wheels, or you cast some spells to be able to fix the wheels, to be able to put this thing together. But honestly, magic kind of fixes a lot of things in this world.
I specifically have like mending.
Oh no, my precious caravan!
Well,
I don't know why I suddenly got southern.
Oh no, my precious
My precious caravan!
I'm fairly certain your caravan's gonna be all right.
You went from like
Moss.
Southern Belle to full like hick in like 2 seconds. Whoa!
And that's theater, baby!
There's that Oscar Wilde performance we've been hearing about.
Well, just give me 2 days. It'll be fine. I can rub some knowledge over it. It'll be fine.
It's fine. Herring is very adept at such things.
Yeah, and I mean, Herring
How's
usually...
Herring doing, by the way?
I mean, Herring was...
dead.
We didn't talk about
Sorry,
it, but
continue.
it happened.
No, Herring made it out. Herring was with the caravan because Herring actually, when you all aren't there, Herring literally sleeps in the caravan and like makes like a little like nest out of the blankets on the floor, and then usually has enough time to put them away, but not this time. So
That's kind of adorable. In my headcanon, he also uses like some of Moss's robes.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
And like is like, it smells like moss.
Kind of weird.
No, they're like best friends.
Is the caravan more than 2 bulk?
Yes.
Yes. I
The
figured.
smell of like people that you love
Yes.
is nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
The components that I'd be fixing aren't. Yeah, it's a matter of how many spells will I have to use, but we'll figure that out. Later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be a thing that you definitely can get on and go.
Yeah.
And before you leave, Arturo stops all of you and says, "I need the boxes back."
The QC boxes we're talking.
Yes.
What?
But then, how would we
what
communicate
do we
with
do?
you? And how would we communicate with the rest of, the court of Corvids or all the friends that we've made along the way?
I don't know yet, but I have a feeling that destiny will bring us back together.
Okay, here you go.
I mean, we can just
We
make
got
Robin turn into like a bird and fly.
And we'll attach a note to her.
Hold
Yes,
on, let me
exactly.
think. A bird. Can I do
Or
bird?
maybe not even a robin bird. Maybe just like a random bird.
Robin just
Robin,
kinda
have you ever
sounds like-
turned into a robin?
No, I don't know if I can get there. I like.
You've been a bug.
I've been a
And they do
bug. I've
fly.
been lizards, and birds are just lizards that are up there. So, I mean, maybe.
We
It's
should
true.
go, right?
Yeah, and he drops the box to the ground and stomps on it and crushes it.
Well, that
No.
seems unnecessary.
No, I understand it.
Do you?
I think so.
Were
Alright.
they tracking us?
How about
I
this?
think that's
Excuse me
suspicion.
briefly. One moment. Sorry to interrupt. But why? As I'm handing him the box.
He takes the box, drops it, and smashes it, and he goes, "It's not safe anymore."
Yeah.
Do I have one? I can't remember.
I think there was like a
we
handful.
all have
you
them.
all have one, and there's
And like extras.
yeah,
I
Moss
think.
hands it to Herring. Is like, Herring, smash that.
herring like. Yeah, he just looks at you all and he goes, it's not safe, and you all need to be completely off the grid, and that also means that I don't know where you are.
Do we have? Is that out of character? Do we have those? Was it marbles that we the beads?
The beads.
The beads.
What,
You
what
still-
use are they now?
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. They just bring us
That-
back.
We're gonna
that
go
place
back
is
to
kinda
a
gone.
rubble.
Yeah, never mind. I forgot that doesn't bring us to him. Yeah.
Here's the thing. We're not going to be completely off the grid, right?
As much as you can be.
What do you mean?
Well, the
I'm sorry, I'm not. What are you trying to say?
The heart always knows where home is.
it's the monkey paw. The monkey paw.
Oh, Grog, don't talk about it.
Is there
I
anything-
don't believe the people that are looking for the monkey paw are the same people that are tracking through the box.
Because they would
Alright.
need to, right?
Well, what about the other artifacts that I have so cleverly stored where no one can find them?
Well,
And then she very obviously pulls Cloaky closer.
Fizzle is definitely going to be after them.
Oh, well, we can deal with Fizzle. I mean, what kind of name is Fizzle?
Did you see what everything just happened?
Well, yes, I know, but just allow me to undermine.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I think Moss has a point. I think that we can handle Fizzle, and we need to do that as far away from those who can't.
Do we know for a fact
Yes,
that this
we
was
can.
Fizzle?
This is Fizzle. This breathes Fizzle.
I mean, you obviously know them better than I do, and I'll take your word for it if you tell me that it is. Do we know how they got away with it? How they did it without us even realizing it was being done? They must have had so much time to...
Pumpkins. The pumpkins.
Right, I understand that. I also noticed that the blast marks were centered around them, or where they used to be, I guess. My question is, how did they get into the town and have the time to set all that stuff up? Like, do we know if they have access to some power that we don't understand?
Or a network in town. I mean, is it possible that there's people they're working with here who are still here? Because that's something that, I mean, maybe not us, but someone needs to figure out.
Has the court of Corvids been compromised?
Well, before Arturo responds to any of you, you all know that the place has been being attacked by Fizzle for that time period in which we skipped over, right? You know for a fact that he has been attacking, so he knew where it was, and since he is the one that's been attacking it, it's kind of like horseshoe. It's like it's horses over zebras. It's like, well, if Fizzle has been attacking us, and we get attacked another time, and this is what his goal was to get this crystal, and whoever got this crystal specifically. Most of it. It kind of looks like it's Fizzle. And it's less like he left his calling card, and it's more like he accomplished his goal.
So if that's something that we understand, then I guess my question would then be,
I have to help him.
Do we know what Fizzle's going to do with it? Why does he need that crystal so badly? Do we know if the fact that we have this portion of the crystal, if that hinders Fizzle, or if he can just do whatever his plan is without it? Do you know either of those things?
No, and that's why I must ask one more request of you.
What is that?
Can you take Dr. Ravna with you?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, I kind of feel like it would be a preference at this point.
I was going to ask, actually, before we went. I'm glad you stopped us. No, I wouldn't dream of not if it's an option.
I need Dr. Ravna to look over the crystal and see what power it has left, and or maybe it's a way we can find the majority of it, or is it being... I don't know. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
But
it'll be good to have them on it.
Dr. Ravna is the smartest person that I have, so... And this town needs to be rebuilt, and I know that there's a target on my head, and so I also need to leave.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I do want you to know that Krug totally spilled the beans and told me that the Court of Corvids headquarters was actually in Kellendale. So, because of how dangerous it is to have it there, are you planning on rebuilding the headquarters somewhere else?
Well, the city built over the headquarters. People were drawn here because of that crystal.
Oh,
because of the power. Yeah. So, where we build, I can't control what follows, but right now, there really isn't a Court of Corvids.
Yeah, there is. Right here. What's up?
Yeah. We're just a little scattered, and...
No. We're Moss and the Magnificence.
No.
I mean, we can be both. We can be multiple things. We've got long lives ahead of us.
Maybe like a secret name is that.
I'm genuinely shocked that you said that, Arturo.
I mean,
thank you, Arturo.
Gotta have a little bit of humor.
Are you sure the healing worked on everything?
I mean, the chest, yes.
I did save his life, so you would think that he would owe me a little bit here.
Yeah, I pulled that sucker right out of there. It was a joint effort.
You did not tell me when it was going to happen.
You have eyes.
It was quite traumatic, and any second of error, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Arturo, it's been very cool. I hope we get to see you again soon, but if we don't, I will miss all of the discussions that we had where I cornered you in the hallway of what I now know is the headquarters of the Court of Corvids.
Did you have a hunch, babe, of where you thought we were every time?
Maybe have this conversation on the road?
Sure. I have some theories.
I'll have Dr. Ravna come by shortly.
Okay. Thank you, Arturo.
And he turns and walks away.
Gonna miss that guy.
Yeah, I was going to invite him to come with us, and then we just kept talking, and I realized he would hate it.
Yeah.
But it's like if there ever was a time, it kind of equalized. If there is nothing, I mean, if the court of Corvids is down in its current state, I mean, he's just another traveler, isn't he? Who could benefit from company.
Gently pushing them onto the caravan wall.
Oh yeah, we're
doing the
old walk and talk.
The old walk and talk roll.
Yeah.
Yep, the walk and talk roll. And shortly enough, Dr. Ravna shows up. It looks like they had been crying.
Reasonable.
But you definitely get the I don't want to talk about it face as they get into the caravan. What direction do you want to head?
We still have some side quests, right? From last season, we have like
there are a lot.
Can we like
Am I
run
still
through
up-
that?
am I
There's
still
your
after
demons.
demons?
There's
No, that's not valid anymore.
Yeah, they're going after the
Because Asmodius
demons.
is
oh
dead.
yeah, that's right.
Well, y'all also haven't told me some certain things.
Oh, that's right. Well, that's because the explosion happened.
Um,
It's you're saying like we're withholding information.
Let me look at my
I mean, it's been
notes.
like 30 minutes. Maybe.
No,
that is true though. We can just say that like you're. Well, actually, that'd be worth acting out. Yeah, we can divulge.
I don't remember when. Oh, I think this was something you learned from your god, maybe. Is it? I don't know why I wrote it down.
The
second to
that?
bottom thing, yeah.
Oh,
That's a place we could go.
Yeah.
that
Also,
Remy
also
knows
just
about.
wants to say, I mean, we're not technically beholden by the court of Corvids anymore. I mean, there's Ravna over here, but we can really do whatever we want. Our divine purpose is our own.
Well, it is almost. I'm sorry, Krigu. It seems like the best case here for us, the best course of action, is honestly to, go live a mundane life and go.
Mundane.
I mean, we need to not
Under the radar.
draw under the
we
spell
need to be-
magic.
Were you
we need
just
to be
about to
under,
say
under
not-
the scrying.
Under the scrying.
Were you just about to say not draw attention?
Yes.
Most magnificent. I know that
Listen,
goes against your
no,
core
listen,
values
Moss,
as a person.
It would be out of character for me not to perform,
Exactly.
Hold on.
so I'm not going to do that.
Listen.
It would be
listen.
suspicious.
It's a redirection, Moss. I think this is a common case of miscommunication. What Remy means is not a lack of performance, but a performance in a different way. You are performing discretion. You are performing quiet solicitude away from society. That is your part, your role. A role you haven't played and one you're born for the challenge it brings to you, Moss.
I'm born for it, you say?
Yes, listen. Is it in your very direct, easy nature to not be seen? Does that come easily to you?
Absolutely not. Have you seen me?
I have, and so I know that of course it doesn't. Now, is it in your nature to do things that challenge you and prove your strength as a performer?
But of course, I wouldn't be a proper performer otherwise.
Well, so say you had a role that required you to not be seen, to not have attention drawn to you.
Robin, I feel like you're trying to trick me here.
I'm just trying to
Trick you
trying
here.
to talk you into. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to trick you, Moss. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know what I was thinking. You're leagues ahead of me on this, but Remy is right.
Robin and Remy, before you waste too much time trying to convince Moss of this, I'm of a slightly different mindset. Why don't we head towards the Temple of Asmodius?
Oh yes, for my birthright.
No, definitely not for that. At last thing, like bottom of the list, and probably on a different list of things not to do. That, but
Well, Robin and Remy are in support.
I think
I'd like to know what I
support's a
might be
strong
supporting.
word.
Oh,
What?
me taking over the underworld, of course.
We have a list of like 30 things that we need to do, and you like took that and you put it up on a dartboard, and then you made the dartboard all of the other ones really small.
Is this an analogy, or do you think I actually did this?
Do you want to play darts, babe? Do you want me to set up the dartboard in the caravan?
And then you made
But
you
not
made the
while it's
worst.
moving, not
Hold
again.
on.
They like to take the
And then you
knives out
made
of their
the
ring and throw it
worst
at the
decision
dartboard.
super big
right?
so that you could hit it.
Uh-huh.
And that's what we're deciding to do.
First of all, what? No, I didn't do
I don't
any
think
of that,
you did
Remy.
that.
You literally
Remy, is that how you think I make choices?
took the list of bad things we could do.
Literally is definitely not
The
true.
worst one.
Just
you,
in case.
you blew it up so big. You used the enlarge spell. You made it huge.
I
I
did.
understand. Robin is casting a large on her dartboard and setting it up in
You
the
took
caravan.
a dart and you went boom.
and
Listen.
Giving Remy a dart. Just in
Again,
case
not
is what
while we're
looking for.
moving.
Okay. Here's my. I think I know something that I forgot to explain to y'all, because it happened right before the explosion. I went to go meditate and speak to Aurori. I learned 2 things. You asked me to ask Aurori a question.
Oh, yes, of course that was a confirmation.
That is what you wanted. And then the second thing is that there's a deific problem that I don't fully understand. Something to do with a resource that I think it's an apple, but that might just be like a representation.
Oh, from the tree of life.
Right.
An apple.
Yeah, I don't know if they're literally apples or that's just how I.
The ones that.
Yes, the apple's very interesting. Can I know the answer to my question?
So the apples are very important for a deity to maintain themselves.
Their life force, yeah.
The gods live in an apple?
No,
Each?
they eat them. It's
Eat
like
them.
it's how they sustain
and that
themselves.
helps them contain.
Right.
Okay, right.
And if
That
they,
seems like a very boring palate.
I'm sure they don't just taste like. I mean, they might taste like. Anyways,
Oh, can you imagine an apple that tasted like
it seems
fried
like
potatoes?
the disappearance of Asmodius and the lack of this like apple resource being available are connected in some way. I think we need to, at the very least, try to find out what's going on.
What do you mean the disappearance of Asmodius? I've been communicating with Asmodius, as you well know.
Right. Okay. So let's get to that thing, because
Yeah, was it not a reason to believe that it's not truly Asmodius? I feel like I remember
Well,
this
yes,
from your
Clokey
catch-up
had
earlier.
some suspicions, but I feel like, no offense, my darling, I feel like Clokey's having a bit of an existential crisis lately.
All right.
Oh, well,
Here-
join the club, Cloak.
here's. Do you want to sit down, maybe?
Why would I need to sit down?
Because it's so comfortable. Just why don't you just quickly have a seat for me?
Yes,
please?
we should all stop standing in the caravan while it's
Probably.
moving.
I mean, I
It would
like
probably
the
be best
balancing
for all of us
practice.
if we sat down.
I mean, I know that my curves look better from this angle, Krug. All you have to do is say that.
Moss, I don't think, Aurori told me that Asmodius has been dead this whole time.
Aurori is a big fat liar.
Also, it didn't matter.
It is
Even asking the question did not matter.
It is possible that Aurori wasn't telling me the truth for some reason that I don't understand, but I've never specifically known Aurori to not tell the truth. As a matter of fact, it's a very specific thing that Aurori tends to dislike.
There is a possibility that Aurori is misinformed. Far be it
Hold
from me
on.
to believe it of a god, but
Listen.
you can't deny it's possible,
Krug,
right?
Krug.
I agree that in the realm of deity interactions, I don't understand how it works, but I think using that as the basis for formulating our next action is very silly. It seems incredibly unlikely for Aurori to just be just overtly wrong. Specifically for Aurori to be overtly wrong without saying, I don't know for this to be a fact. If Aurori tells me that something is a fact and doesn't tell me that I should maybe consider that it's not true, I will think that it is true.
Aurori's just jealous that I get to take over the underworld and I'm so beautiful and talented at the same time.
Say we follow that, right? Where does that take us, right? Then it takes us to the Temple of Asmodius to confront Asmodius about Aurori's, I don't know, what would you say? Is it what's that word for when you go against your ruler, your rightful king or whatever?
Cool.
Treason.
Treason? Does that fall into treason? And should we not maybe go investigate at the temple?
I don't see how learning something could possibly be seen as treason, and if it is, then I will definitely commit it repeatedly.
Yes.
If that's a barrier for
If
us
there's
to
a ruler
progress,
for whom learning is treason, I'd just like to know that that's who I'm under, and
Clokey,
especially
are
with
you
my
hearing
friend's
this
inheritance.
nonsense?
I would
Yeah.
definitely like Clokey's opinion, as a matter of fact.
You want to know?
Can I hear this?
Sure. Yeah. You want to know what exactly?
I mean, there's no way that wasn't truly my great grandfather, right? Because otherwise, everything he's told me is a lie, and I'm not
That's
truly
not
the
true.
heir of
Hold on,
the
Moss.
under. Well,
That's not how that works. Everything that was said to you could be true. I don't think that's the case. But just because the person that told it to you isn't who you thought they were doesn't mean that any of it is untrue. Right?
that's true. But if it wasn't Asmodius, then who was it?
That's what I want to find out, and I think that a good place to start is the Temple of Asmodius. Asmodius's followers
probably suck.
I mean, honestly,
they almost objectively suck, but I think it's the best possible chance for us to find something we don't already know.
Honestly, if someone is pretending to be my great-great-great-great-grandfather, it is honestly my duty to take them down. It's like my familial responsibility.
I mean, if that's what gets you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I think that the important thing here, and something that is also probably important to Asmodius themselves, given that this is a commonality between all of the deities, is this, what was it called, the apple?
The Tree of Life.
Yes, is the Tree of Life. That is the most important thing that we need to consider. That will help Asmodius, that will help every deity that we can possibly comprehend. We just need to figure out what is going on with the Tree of Life.
Well,
I'm fairly certain that Asmodius is involved.
Someone kidnapped Ida, the keeper of the Tree of Life.
Right.
At least that was what Dr. Ravna and us were talking about.
And it seems like interfering with, the workings of how deities decide to live their lives is something that two people wouldn't simultaneously be able to do just kind of on coincidence. So I think they're related, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if someone is interrupting the way in which gods and deities and stuff, maintain their life,
right,
and then is like killing them and disrupting the flow, so they can't go back to being a deity and they end up in like a person, because that is the thing that happens,
right,
then it would make sense to me that someone would be trying to kill more deities, kill more gods, and maybe even replace them. So possibly, if Asmodius or Asmodius, like foe.
Oh, that was actually quite amusing.
If Asmodius is not Asmodius, that's another one. If it's not really Asmodius and that there's an imposter,
there's a no in there to say it's the opposite. Yeah.
Then who's to say that Gozray is Gozray? And who's to say that Kuzutal is Kuzutal?
Oh, that's true. We could all be chosen by false gods, and then we're all on the same playing field.
I do think we're on the same page that this is something we want to look into, and we have at least one good lead brought by Krug to move forward on.
I mean, what if Rory has been replaced and you are being played the whole time?
I don't think I'm being played very well because all I'm doing is investigating something. I mean, it's entirely possible that I'm being led on a trail that's cold and the situation's still a problem, but visiting Asmodius doesn't make any sense. But by that same vein, Eroy is the one that told me all this information in the first place. So if I was being played, why would Eroy just have never spoken to me at all?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, what better way to get you to go to the place where you're going to be destroyed?
I could just be destroyed at any other place. I'm not
sure you can. God knows the world have tried.
And also, why would Eroy have then... do you see this? This is me after almost dying once. Why would I not just have been left for dead? I was gooped for like 20 minutes.
I think there's nothing... I don't think we can get any further with the information we do have right now. I think we've all almost died. If we want to count, we can probably count.
No, but Asmodius brought me back from death, and I signed that little contract thingy.
It doesn't count. It wasn't Asmodius.
Well, then whose contract thingy did I sign?
We don't know.
That's something we have to figure out.
Moss.
Thinking of...
I need a lawyer.
Moss, you don't need a lawyer because it wasn't Asmodius. It's the
contract. But I still signed a contract.
But if someone signs a contract with someone else's name, it voids. I believe. I guess I don't know how the underworld works, but any contract I've ever heard of, you have to use your own name. Do we know what happens if a mortal eats an apple from the Tree of Life? Do we know if it has any effect?
That, no.
I'm just thinking about narrowing down our pool of suspects, right? Because would a mortal have anything to gain other than stopping a god? Is this a possible way to ascend?
I mean, Tree of Life sounds like it was named for a pretty useful thing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it makes you immortal. Maybe it makes your life good.
Maybe it's how the first Gozray, the first Aurori, the first Asmodius became as they are.
Understanding the the power of gods in general, I wouldn't be surprised if a mortal eating that apple would just die. Maybe it's a mortal that just doesn't know what it does and wants to know.
Can I roll religion on this?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I
totally
kind
fair.
of want to do the same thing on my line of questioning.
No! Come here. Oh,
Now
that's
that there's a
bad.
thing on mine.
15.
I guess I should too. I was talking about it.
Well, that's 25.
And what question specifically?
What with this whole like the apples from the tree of life? If there's anything about what would happen if a mortal were to eat it, a non-god, I guess.
You got a 25?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I can roll the natural 1.
Krug, you were like, this apple thing is the first time I've ever heard of it. What did you come out to?
15.
15. You knew about the tree and that it was in existence, and you knew that there is a specific person that tends the tree. You can't remember the name, but you remember that there is a person that tends to it. And then for you, the information that you know is that there has been many a human who have managed to get their hands upon an apple. And it is rumored to be almost equivalent temporarily to the Starstone. The Starstone is a stone that if you could manage to touch it, you yourself turn into a deity.
Okay.
The apple is very similar in the sense that if you eat it, you basically are a deity
For a bit.
while it's in your system.
Okay. So you want to get some constipation going with it to really make the effects less to maximize your yields here.
The other thing,
It's the meta. It's the meta.
It's
You
the meta.
can't
You
blame the
cannot.
meta.
You can't argue with the meta.
the other thing that you Molly or that Moss specifically knows is that you know that as you something that you had mentioned is the fact that you needed to get a lawyer. You know very specifically that lawyers, most of them, follow Asmodius as a deity. So.
I know.
Oh, so they'd be on his side.
We're basically going to like Harvard Law right now as a
Yeah,
if we decide to go to a Temple of Asmodius. No
but the-
offense if you went to Harvard.
Player talk. Are we up for moving towards the nearest Temple of Asmodius and investigating the god stuff there, or do we have?
Moss has a bone to pick.
I think that's a good direction to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I mean,
At least to start.
it's the only current storyline direction. I mean, there are a bunch of
A couple
other.
smaller
There's-
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could go
I
find
think
my
it's-
parents.
Yeah.
I have to find a place in the woods where it doesn't rain on me, but I think that's just gonna happen. I don't think I can find that.
Yeah.
So is that what we're planning on doing? Is everybody okay with that now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that is the best choice that we have, even though, you did make it big and throw the dart. Right. But I think we should lay down some ground rules for travel.
Okay.
If we are really trying to stay off the grid,
Oh.
keeping out of the scry.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we have these. We not only do we have to like make sure that Dr. Ravna can, do the ritual for Lanash 2, the day of Lanash 2. Make sure that goes through so that all of the monsters, like us included, Robin and myself,
Yes.
do not turn into eternal like Lanash 2 worshipping beasts that need to be destroyed. But we also need to protect the crystal and the monkey and the other.
And ourselves, honestly.
There's
if we
one
can.
more thing in there. Can someone remind?
Um,
What is the other thing inside the
The skull
cloaky?
piece.
Skull piece and
Oh
the
yeah, we
skull.
still got that, huh?
And the skull.
It's just a piece, right?
Well, it's like most of it.
Yeah, it's the majority of it, but the key is that the one piece that is needed for the ceremony is there.
Gotcha.
So while we have all of this going on, ground rule number 1: don't reach out to any like loved ones or friends
That aren't here.
Outside of the caravan, right?
outside of the caravan. Yes,
Easy?
yes. Because I know we don't have the KC boxes anymore, so it's not going to be easy to reach out to people.
Yeah, but I mean, I
we
could
can send a
probably figure out a
raven,
way,
we can
yeah.
do sorts of things. I just think making sure nobody who we care about knows where we are, or even if we are alive.
That's fair. Maybe we also shouldn't mention that we've ever been to Kellendale or that Maybe we shouldn't even mention our names. Maybe we should pick new names.
I think we should pick new
Again,
names. You
we
can't
should
be
just-
Fern.
Be Moss and the Magnificents. Everyone knows that.
I don't mean a
we're
group.
around.
I don't mean
Oh
the name
yeah,
as a
we
group.
should keep the name of the most famous person. Yes, that is what we should
Well,
do.
no one knows that I'm in the court of Corvids.
You
so.
hear a knock from Herring. Like,
Oh.
I was gonna say
Hey!
we're moving. Oh yeah.
Yes, yes, my dear.
I think we're being followed.
Oh, for Asmodius' sake.
I'm gonna peek out and roll a little perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, and Moss crawls out the window up to the front with Herring.
I'll take it. That's a 1.
What do you want me to roll for that?
Perception.
I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna roll perception as well, but I trust my wife.
Yeah.
Say it.
I think as long as she was like,
16.
oh, nothing's there, Remy would be like,
Yeah.
oh, good.
1 plus 15 is 16. There was also a spell I wanted to cast on
No
Dog's
critical
Day.
failures.
No, not one.
29.
29 for your perception? Yeah. Well, there we go.
It's because I got up high, and I'm very
So-
tall.
As you're going through, and Herring hasn't stopped, by the way.
No, of course not.
No,
I trained him better
don't.
than that.
You all are looking around. You're the only one that got above a 20, right?
Yeah, I rolled a 19 and have 10%.
I didn't roll.
You didn't
16.
roll, and then
I
you
didn't
get
roll.
a 16, and then you didn't roll.
Yep.
Moss, you notice that there are pumpkins in the trees with glowing red
Oh, no, that's
eyes.
not great. Can I roll to detect magic on them? I don't know what I would do to see if they have boom booms in them.
Can any of us tell what Herring was reacting to, or was it probably those
Yeah,
pumpkins?
what could
Okay.
I see, like, who's following us?
You can see that the pumpkins have like these like almost like vine-like things and are kind of moving along the tree line, and like they're slower than the caravan, but it's like you go, there's a couple, and then as you keep going, there's another couple. So it's like it's almost like something is watching the road.
Do I even have detect magic?
It'd be a cantrip if you do.
I don't.
I just want to find this.
I have
fizzle, like person and talk to them.
I do have. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, but
No, I don't.
maybe their goals and ours align more than we know. Maybe ultimately somehow it's good for us that they blew up our town.
Oh wait, I do.
We just
I
need
do
to
have
understand
detect
their
magic.
point of view.
Yes, I would like to.
Maybe.
Doubt.
Capital M.
I would like to
Doubt.
M-A-B.
detect magic on the pumpkins.
No magic is detected.
Huh.
Okay, can I also? I have wild-born magic as ancestry feat.
Okay.
Does that have anything to do with the vines? Can I figure anything out with that?
You would have to know that I would say knowledge-wise as characters, you know that Fizzle specifically works in the world of constructs,
Okay.
and that he just has a very specific aesthetic. And that's why it was hard.
I get it.
Aesthetic.
Yeah.
Say it with us.
Specific aesthetic.
Yeah.
Pastrami.
Bad
What?
blood.
Yeah, so you know that these are probably some sort of constructs that are either reporting back or recording information.
Okay. I lean back into the window and relay what's happening to everyone. And then,
Maybe we should stop.
well, I'm wondering if there's a way that I can obfuscate us.
Obfuscate.
Close enough.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Obfuscate.
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 I'm also looking at my spells.
Is there a way we can fake our own deaths?
I mean, I do have distracting performance.
I can make a big solid fog, but it's
Just
not
do
going to
like
move
a
with
stadium
us.
concert in the back of the caravan for the pumpkins' delight. But I don't know. Is there a way to like? Well, shield wouldn't work.
Are these like? I'm like trying to keep my voice down. Are these like surveillance devices, or are these like coming to get us? moss?
Well, they have vines. They're following us. The vines, and I'm assuming that they do have the capability of boom shakalaka.
Is there any way that we can find? Can we find any way to give the caravan the creature tag? The creature, make it a creature.
No.
Not that I can think
If
of.
we can
but
do that,
You technically can polymorph it, but that's beyond your current capabilities.
yeah.
You can polymorph the caravan.
I think the true polymorph lets you polymorph inanimate objects into animate objects, like the highest level one. I think. I'm not 100% sure about that.
I mean, I know we can't, and we're very far from.
Somebody in
being
chat
able
is
to.
probably going to say whether or not you can in the next minute or so.
So as you all are kind of trying to figure out this, the caravan halts as hard as it possibly can as a tree.
Oh, great.
And we can tell that that's what's happening from inside.
Oh yeah, you can hear the tree being like it sounds like it was just like literally just pushed over as it like slams to the ground.
Dr. Ravney, you're going to want to stay close.
I'm not planning on leaving the caravan unless I have to.
That's fair. Scream really loud if something tries to get you.
That is our code.
And I open the door to the caravan and I step out.
Is it nighttime or daytime?
That's a good question.
It is.
I was imagining this is day, but I guess
It is daytime.
Okay.
But you're in kind of like a heavy tree line, so there's a lot of shadow.
Okay.
But it's still daytime. It's just kind of like beams of light coming through the trees as like the wind blows through it. You okay?
Yeah, it's a cool spell.
Oh, gotcha. So as you're getting out, is anyone else getting out?
Yeah, Remy's gonna grab their bastard sword and step out alongside Krug.
I'm just standing up on the caravan looking.
I was also gonna grab my staff and climb on top.
Okay. As you do
Mages on
that,
top.
the direction which the tree fell from, you see something very similar to what you had seen before, like the pumpkin-headed creature that looks like a scarecrow, except for it looks like it's got like parts of like an old barn like attached to its chest in like a formation of almost like full plate armor made out of like reclaimed wood and just like pieces of different things, and in its hand instead of a scythe has a halberd.
It's
Can you
a
describe a
Pacific
halberd?
Northwest hipster construct.
A halberd is like a spear with an axe.
Oh,
head.
right. Thank you.
Cottage core.
No,
Would you say that
Barn core.
would you say this halberd has reach?
no, it's bespoke.
Does the halberd have reach? That is a great question.
Thank you.
Yes.
Cool. Also, player to GM. That's a sick fucking creature. I like it.
It's a reskin of a different one.
I'm super fun with that. The skin was the thing that I
I
like.
do that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really easy
how you
way
do
to
it.
just like create something that's new, but like also you don't have to like unbalance the game. You know, it's flawless. I'm gonna look at the. Does it also have red eyes? Do all these things have red eyes?
This one does not. It has a flickering candle that looks like it's on the inside.
That's cute.
Whoa.
Krug, are you thinking what I am thinking?
That now that we actually have a chance to fight back, none of these physical constructs are going to be able to stop us from doing what we want to do, and going to embarrass themselves trying to try. Is that what you're thinking? Because that's what I was thinking.
Oh, it was not what I was thinking, but I was thinking that the flickering was cool.
Oh yeah, that was actually
On the inside, you know.
back in my mind. I was thinking that.
It's very, imposing.
Yeah.
I bet if we blow it out, it will die.
Oh, that's good. We should try. And I turn to the thing,
And I roll initiative.
and I probably roll initiative.
Diggity darn it.
Ooh. 16 plus 15 is 31. I love Pathfinder.
Bros.
12.
I think my first roll of the day was a natural 1.
Mm-hmm. And your
now
second one.
It was a natural 20.
Ooh, making up.
I get to go 3 times before any of the other things go.
I have a. Hold on. I get a +2 circumstance bonus to perception checks for initiative.
That's cool.
That's
Great.
pretty good.
That's from my battlefield surveyor.
Nice.
Nice. Krug, what did you say? What's your total?
Do you like totals?
I do like totals.
I didn't look because, natural 20 and everything, but let's see. 32.
32. Love it. What do you got, Robin?
31.
Ooh. Remy.
28.
All right.
It's really good.
Moss.
12.
12.
12?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Wait.
that possible?
No, your bonus can't be.
My
you
bonus
could
is
have rolled
12.
a 1 plus
I
I
rolled a 2 and my
Holy shit, only plus
and my
10.
perception is 10.
That makes. I suppose that's very possible.
Plus might be trained only. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't remember.
Sorcerers don't need to perceive. They only.
Also, it's
destroy.
nice for the healer to go last. It's always nice for the healer to go last.
Yeah.
Or I guess not
Here
the
we
healer,
are again,
the person
calling
with
Moss the
heals, because
healer.
Moss also can just nuke
Krug,
things
you're
from orbit.
approximately 45 feet away from it.
It's
Ooh.
not like it's not like I dedicate one spell in each slot to healing
This is my
spells.
actual
and
move
like
speed
half
again?
my feats to healing.
Oh,
feats,
nice.
Krug.
Okay, you're both partial healers, partial.
Okay, I just want to say when over half the battles, you would go, Moss, can you heal? and then Molly goes, I mean, yeah. And then you're like, great. I turn into a gorilla.
Listen, you're discounting a lot of time to heal. With a lot. You
Remember that
half.
one time you got a berry that restored 1 HP? That was healing.
I would
do.
just really love if one time
All right, I'm
Moss
gonna unlearn
could
some
just
fucking
do some
feats.
witch spells. Moss wants to do witch spells someday.
We'll get there. We're going to be leveling up fast.
Why are you a witch?
Are you talking about hexes
I am a witch
specifically?
spell. Yeah, but I always just get to be the healer.
Oh,
You
sure.
don't have to. I can heal. I have a staff
But
for
you
it.
hit harder than me.
I
That's
don't
not true.
think that's true either.
Yeah.
All right, so Krug, what would you like
45
to do?
feet away. I'm going to one mountain stance.
What does mountain stance look like, by the way?
Mountain stance, if this is
triangle?
okay. So mountain stance gives you a movement speed penalty.
This is Illuminati stance.
That's never going to assume
I
that's
get
it.
into Illuminati.
The YMCA stance.
This is the weirdest episode of Naruto I've ever seen.
So the way I imagine mountain stance is I assume a stance really low to the ground and kind of like really spread out, and the earth around my feet kind of like doesn't like grab my feet, but kind of starts to climb up my feet a little bit, and I think that's what's causing the 5 feet movement speed penalty. That's how I imagine it in my head. So I'm gonna get into mountain stance 1. That makes my movement speed 40. So I'm gonna move 40 feet towards the thing, and then I'm gonna recall knowledge about the thing. So I'm still 5 feet away. It has a halberd and can probably still hit me. I'm gonna move 20 feet towards the thing, and I'm gonna recall knowledge about the thing.
Okay.
Oh boy,
Gosh, oh geez.
that's gonna be a solid. Where's my perception? Here we go. 24.
24 on recall knowledge. On what kind of knowledge?
Oh, right. I did perception with I added my
I would like to
perception, which
recall
doesn't make
knowledge.
any sense. Recall, just general knowledge. Why don't we do Arcana? That's going to actually make my total 22.
22. And you're just trying to get any sort of information on this creature?
I'd like to know if I know anything about how it tends to behave in combat. That would be great. Or barring that, if it is like directly related to the other things that are chasing us, if they're like connected in some way, or if they're just two separate like entities that happen to be doing the same thing, that would also be great.
Okay. What did you roll again?
22.
22 on Arcana.
Yeah.
You know that this is a construct, which you know constructs have very specific immunities. You know that they're immune to a lot of different effects dealing with death and healing and stuff like that. So I will say that death effects, disease, doomed, drained, fatigued, healing, mental, necromancy, non-lethal attacks, paralyzing attacks, poisons attack, sickened, and unconsciousness. It cannot be harmed by any of those things. Completely immune.
Nice.
Was
I'd like
curse on there?
No.
And is it immune to like any necromancy spell? Is that what that means?
Any sort of necromancy damage,
Okay.
specifically.
Like necrotic or whatever? Or does it say It would say necromancy damage.
It would have a tag.
It would have a tag.
Okay,
saying
cool.
Necromancy.
Does heal hurt it?
No, in fact, it cannot be healed.
It's like a robot, and you're trying to like mend the flesh of a robot. It just doesn't do anything, you know.
This is interesting. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say that's what you get
like
knowledge-wise based off of it being.
It seems like it shouldn't work, and it is a
Okay.
necromancy
It
spell,
being a
but the damage it would cause
Well,
would
that's
take is the
that's
same,
3, right?
Either
It's
piercing or
stance,
slashing.
move, recall knowledge. So
I think
that's
it's
my
just
turn.
bleeding whatever it's made of.
All right, so
I'm also gonna say that stuff out loud. I
Sure.
don't want to go through the whole list again.
Yeah.
I communicate the list.
that brings us
Okay.
to Robin.
Cool. I am wondering, and this probably is also a recall knowledge check from our fights in the past, but if we've like determined if these things are especially tough or not in terms of their fortitude, like as I've tried different spell effects on them and stuff in the past.
Your assumption would be that based off of the fact that they are, in all senses, robotic or like mechanical, that's probably their strongest stat.
The strongest stat, cool. I figured it was one way or the other, and I couldn't remember. Cool. Then I'm not going to ask it to make a fortitude save. I'm simply not. Hey, Moss, can you heal? No.
No, I will.
Nobody needs healing yet.
Well,
But
I'm sure we will soon.
And does it seem like there are more big things coming, or it's just one big thing?
It looks like it's one big thing blocking the road, but you know for a fact that there were pumpkin head things that had vines that were moving towards you.
Yeah.
You have no idea what that means, though.
Yeah.
You're being followed by gourds.
Yeah. I think, for the duration of 1 minute. Okay.
Is this gourd immunity? Is that the spell?
Gourd immunity.
Do you think if they had gourd immunity, they'd be thinking this long about what spell to cast?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't know.
Part of this is also really that they're
kill enemy.
There are there's new spells, quite a few since last time we played, and I'm still like.
There's an entire book of magic.
Yeah, and they're showing up here. I mean, should I just? I'm just gonna do the thing that someone asked if I could do last week, and I said I can't. And if we need me to heal, I'll come back. But Robin is going to jump off of the caravan and hit the ground with an enormous reptilian foot. Not technically enormous, but I think large. It is large, and she's going to take the form of a Tyrannosaurus as I'm casting the 4th level spell, Dinosaur Form, on myself. I think it was Dayton last week asked, can Robin turn into a T-Rex? And I said, oh, not yet, but soon. And I was wrong. I could have done it before, like last season. So she's a T-Rex, and that takes 2 of my actions, and I don't think I get like a charge. So I will move up to it though.
How close?
There's no way your move speed's 45 feet as a T-Rex.
As a T-Rex, my move speed in this form is, you're right, it's 30 feet. So
it's still good.
Yeah.
You can move up. You can get so that you'd be 15 feet away from it.
That'll do.
Alrighty. That brings us to Remy.
I love the continued joke here of that Jason said narratively enormous, mechanically large.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, I have to make that a shirt.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
It really is. That's the thing you say all the time.
I know.
we got the Master Sword shirt, which is available on the QueueTimes merch site or whatever. Okay.
Which I could pin it. I could pin that, I think.
Yeah, for my turn, I'd like to shill our merch.
Fuck it, why not?
That'll take 2 actions.
Wow.
Now, Remy's going to use Sudden Charge.
Sudden Charge, which I believe takes 2 actions, and you get to move up to it, double speed and attack. It's almost like I specifically said 45 feet away.
Oh. Can you run up my spine like a Sonic the Hedgehog character? Is that something Remy would do?
I mean, I think so.
You don't have to.
I'll run up your spine like a Sonic the Hedgehog
Cool.
character and do the jump with the sword and go, ah! And then attack. I'm going to attack
cool.
the big creature.
Pretty cool moment we're having.
Pretty
in
cool
this
moment
game.
we're having in this game. That's a pretty good dice roll
Okay.
we're having in this game. 34.
34 crits.
Wow.
Yes,
Good to
Remy's
know.
back, baby. Remy's back. Let's get
Pretty good.
some dice rolls. This is two-handed, obviously.
Obs.
I mean,
Obs,
what will you do? Hold a shield in the other one?
I don't even know what that is.
Offhand dagger.
Stop bringing
at
that
least.
up. And that's gonna be. Oh, look at this damage!
That's pretty good damage. That's almost as high as
Is
it
it
could be.
damage?
I think so. I'd
It's a
say
10
it
and a
is.
12 on
That's
12,
pretty good.
12-sided dice.
Well,
Damn
as high as it could be.
indeed.
That is pretty good
Look at
damage.
this. Look at this. I'm like, okay, so wait. Oh gosh. Oh no, so many things to keep track
How do you
of.
do that much damage?
Let's see. That's 22, and that's. Oh, I can't remember. What do I do? Do I roll it again?
No. Just tell me the damage. Sorry, don't double it. Just tell me what your normal damage.
Oh, okay, cool. I need to make sure that I don't have one more.
Don't double it. Just tell me your normal damage.
Okay, hold on. I just need to make sure because I think there's one thing that gets added because when I crit, my weapon specialization does a thing. Weapon specialization. You've learned how to inflict greater injuries with weapons you know best. You deal 2 additional damage with weapons and unarmed attacks in which you are an expert. This damage increases to 3 if you're a master and 4 if you're legendary. And I believe I'm a master with my. Yep, I'm a master with my sword.
I'm a master with my sword.
Master sword.
And since I'm a master with my sword, I can't believe I remembered my critical specialization. That's
no
pretty
one
cool.
ever does.
Okay, so that's an extra 3.
Your sword's not
So
deadly,
that
is
on
it?
top of what I just did would be 32.
Damn.
That's before doubling.
Before doubling.
Okay. You get a strong, solid hit on this creature, and you feel like this would like go right through it, and it just kind of across its chest, and you're just like, okay, you did damage, but not as much as you think you should have done.
Not 64.
Not 64.
Damn.
Rip.
Wait. Oh, what?
Try punching it. See if you punch as hard as you can.
I read the chat. Oh no. Okay, but I got a solid hit.
Oh.
I got a solid hit nonetheless.
Oh, I see. Darn.
Is that in the list that you said earlier? Did I just miss that?
Huh?
Is that in the list that you said earlier and I just missed it?
What?
The list that you
No,
gave
but
to-
what is the thing that you're asking?
Should we say
Oh,
it?
about crits?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's just a part of being a construct.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So then I have one more attack.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that.
Do it.
Wham! Well, significantly worse. And with the -5 penalty, that's going to be... Yikes. That's going to be 18.
I might still do it.
Is what?
Is it 18 hit?
Does an 18 hit? No.
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 Okay.
That's good.
That's Remy's turn, everyone.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Good
That
crit.
brings us to... Well, was it a crit? That brings it to its turn.
Meow.
It definitely
Tell your
believes
roster.
Remy is the most dangerous thing here because they are the only one that has done damage to it.
Because they are.
Mm-hmm.
Present moment. That
Yeah,
is
but
an
what
accurate
about
assessment.
what about the Tyrannosaur?
You seem to have tamed the Tyrannosaur.
A 20 does not hit you, correct?
A 20 does not hit me.
Boing. Right off the armor.
Oh,
Destroying.
probably.
So it swings its halberd and it just completely misses you.
Nice.
But a 24?
Does not hit.
Wow.
Wait, what's 18 minus 5?
13.
13.
13. So 13 plus 11 is
24.
24. Okay,
Yeah,
just
you're
making
right.
sure my math was correct.
Great.
Eric, it's getting frustrated that it
Remy.
has missed you twice.
I can dance all day. I can dance all day.
Just have it move a little closer to me.
Or me. By all means.
Orker.
I'm so small, like, what could possibly happen?
Yeah, no, it's frustrated, so it's just a third time. Just, no.
Yeah, good luck.
It kind of just like, after it swings and misses, it kind of is like crap, and it sees what's going on, and you see it like move its arms in, and you see the wood underneath get larger. And like you literally, it's like, ugh, and you can see like the wood plating kind of just.
So wait, this isn't attached to it. This is like part of it. It's made out of this wood.
Yeah, so it's basically a pumpkin head, and its body is made of these wood parts, and under like it's like layers, so it looks like armor's on it, and you can see that it just.
It's roiding out.
Yeah.
That wouldn't by chance be a manipulate action, would it?
It is not.
Fair enough. I tried.
You tried.
Worth it.
Tried to get it in there.
Diligence.
Yeah. That brings us to.
Probably shouldn't be a T-Rex
Moss.
right now. But
Now.
can you blame me?
Do I know, off the top of my head, would flaming sphere do anything to it?
I mean, damage.
Made of wood.
It is made of wood.
It is made of wood.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Actually,
pretty solid thought.
Didn't we find out in the cornfields when we first encountered these jack-o'-lantern like construct like scarecrow thingies that the fire did more damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I buy it.
It's a safe
That's why
bet.
it shouldn't be a T-Rex, because it can't breathe fire, but Robin
It
can.
has a range of 100 feet, so I can do it. I can do it from the top of the caravan.
100%.
Hold on, I'm reading.
But I'm big.
Move. It's a rolling ball of fire.
Yeah, I believe it's a spell attack roll. So it's a.
Flaming sphere is the one that, like, you move it every turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
flaming
100,
sphere.
right?
Oh no,
Yes.
so it's a you place where it lands,
I want it to land on the
where it is.
the boy.
Okay, so then it's gonna make a reflex save.
Okay. Because it doesn't go away, right?
Correct. You spend one action each round keeping it, and you can move it up
Yeah.
to 30 feet,
So I can
which
make it
includes
follow
hitting
around.
it. Yeah, exactly. So its reflex, I rolled a 17 plus 14, so that is a 31.
And what am I rolling?
No, you don't roll. It's against your spell DC, which.
It should match mine, I think, right?
22.
That is mine. No, mine
22.
is mine is 25.
So that means it's going to take half damage of whatever your normal damage is.
So what am I rolling for damage?
It is 3d6. If you're casting it at level 2.
Yes, seven.
What's your intelligence or charisma? Is it charisma your spell stuff?
Yes.
I believe 19.
Because it should be higher.
19.
Yeah, then I think your DC should be 25 because it should be intelligence plus 4 and proficiency 11
Okay.
plus
It's
10.
Deal of success though.
Yeah. I just want to make sure because that'll come up a
that'll
lot.
come.
Yeah, it's true.
And we've matched the whole time, so we should be.
C6, right?
No.
That's a D4.
That's a D4. This is D6.
Yeah. 3 of them.
There's also a green thing of
Love
a
you.
bunch of D6s.
First one was 2. God damn it. I need a dice tray. That's 4.
There's one right there.
And 3.
Nice.
So what was it?
2, 4, and 3.
2, so 6, 9.
9.
Is it plus anything?
Nope.
Nope. All right, you see it. You see it just into it, and flames kind of spark off of it.
Flames from the side of my face.
But the thing that you were expecting, which is it starting to eat away, you notice that it doesn't have a hay interior, and that it's this wood, and in this wood, it literally licks the wood as if it were just kind of like a lighter to like a plank of wood. It doesn't light it on fire. It just kind of gives it a little singe.
Over it.
If anything, it looks a little cooler, but it definitely did take some damage.
Nice.
Do I have another move?
So I believe that is a 2-action spell, so you've got one more action.
So, is there a way for me to, like, make it more flammable?
No.
Just throw oil on it?
I mean, yes, there
Yeah.
are ways to make it more flammable, but
Oh.
not like that you have readily available.
T-Rexes have flammable juices that they can spit out of their neck sacs. I'll just lick it, just coat it.
I can't cast shield on someone else, right? Can
Correct.
That's just yourself.
Correct.
Which not a bad
There
move.
should be like a feat that lets you do that.
Yeah.
There's a spell that lets you do
Everything I want to do is 2 actions, so I guess I'll just do
Shield on yourself.
Yeah.
Smart move. And as Moss casts this spell, you all, actually none of you see this. You hear this. but descriptively wise, a small pumpkin wraps its legs around one of the wheels of the caravan.
No.
And explodes.
No, my caravan!
And that's where we're going to take our first break.
Rude.
Oh.
I know, I am. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, hopefully
Wow.
before the counter starts again. We'll be back.
We make caravan, but Jake doesn't. Sorry, did you have a thing there to make it?
I barely missed the soon. It literally just started counting. It was like 10 minutes.
You should have heard Jake when he was coming back. He normally counts down, but this time he was like, coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's very abrupt.
Yeah.
From the salon.
Oh, you don't know?
Oh, we know. Well, she would have looked. Robin looked diligently, so if he was not to be found, he couldn't be found. I got spells and shit, so. There's no way I could have found him and didn't. I just couldn't have. I tried.
That player logic. I would have succeeded. I got spells and shit.
Yeah, okay, so, explosion of the wheel,
Uh-oh.
sending Molly flying off of the top of the caravan.
By that.
Well, that's really rude.
Molly, please have Moss roll a reflex save.
Somebody's going to critically fail to save.
You should have played what's his name from Muppets instead?
Beaker. 22.
22, that's good. You roll. You don't put your hand out. You roll.
That's right.
And you're able to land on your feet, a little scuffed up from the dirt on the ground, but...
How is
Oh,
Herring?
that's worse than damage. Just hurt her, Jake.
How is Herring? How is Snowball?
And Dr. Ravna.
You don't know about Dr. Ravna because Dr. Ravna's inside.
I'm asking on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Dr. Ravna's in the caravan.
They're in the
I'm not saying that I know this.
Herring went with the thing. Snowball has also fallen over because attached to the caravan, and the whole caravan is now on its side. So Snowball is on. Snowball.
She's stuck in her harness.
Is Snowball a girl or boy? So she's stuck in her harness. She's trying to get up. But
Okay, I want to go get her out of her harness right now.
You've spent all 3 of your actions.
That's fine.
So that brings us to the top
but,
of the round.
That's fine. I do it anyway.
That's fine, yeah. That doesn't matter.
That's great.
Krug,
Jake.
an explosion behind you.
Can I, just for flavor, I turn around just in time to see Moss do a proper roll as she hits the ground, and like very back of my head, I'm just like proud. All right, Moss, I see you.
I voted no on the blowing things up poll.
What is the? Can you describe the state of the caravan? I understand the wheels exploded, but I don't fully grasp the scale of the explosion. Like the caravan's on its side. Is there a giant hole in it, or is it like?
You would have to examine.
Okay,
You're like you're in the middle of combat.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you would have to walk. You would have to like check to see, but you know that it was at least enough force to cause it to launch away from the explosion.
Yeah.
Right? Because if it was just the wheel fell off, it would have just fallen. This was
The
enough
explosion
force.
was what propelled her, basically. Whoa.
Remy, you okay for a minute?
Are you kidding me?
I think I'm going to cast. That's right, everybody.
I'm gonna cast.
I'm gonna cast. More like use.
Cast?
I'm gonna
Okay.
use Key Rush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
all right, whatever.
That's awesome. That's very cool.
I'm gonna
proud of you.
cast punch.
I made that joke
I
like
cast
the first
kick him.
session. I was so happy when I got to make that joke, and now I look back at it and cringe.
Oh.
I'm gonna use Key Rush, so that gets me 2 strides. I don't need to step because I never got close enough to them.
Okay.
Unless you're telling me the reach is 15 feet, which I mean that's totally.
You were further than 15 feet. Cause
You're
you
right.
Just, yeah.
Yep, you're right. Okay, so I'm going to key rush. I'm going to move. I'm still in mountain stance, but I'm not going to waste an action leaving mountain stance. So that's 80 feet. I'm going to run. I looked. I saw Moss, so I know Moss is okay. I'm going to run to the back of the caravan. Because I'm assuming it's on its like side like if it's normally like this, it's like this now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna run to the wheel that was detonated. I want to get an idea for how big the impact was as I'm going past it to get to. I guess the back is the easiest way to get in. I'm gonna try to get in the caravan, but as I'm walking past the explosion. I want to, I guess, make a perception check.
Yeah, I can just tell you.
Okay, yeah.
So as you as you run past the back wheel, the wheel is completely gone.
Yep.
And you can see that the axle's bent to hell.
Yep.
Not that much damage to the physical box of the caravan, and you think it has to do with the fact that it had been
reinforced.
It is scorched to hell, though. So yeah.
Okay. All right. When I get to the back, I throw open the doors.
And Dr. Ravna is laying on the side, lifting their head, covered in 40 different gowns and robes of mosses, as they're like, that was a bit much.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna try to prevent that from happening again, but be careful. I close the door. I don't know when you want to call this an action, but I guess I interacted with the door. I want to, at the very least, figure out how many more of those things that I feel are a threat, like an immediate threat.
So, this one I will make you roll a perception for.
Absolutely. Nice. That's noise. It's 12. It's 27.
27. You can see that there's probably about a dozen heading your way.
In a group?
No, in some are on the side, some are in the road.
Oh. Darn, I really shouldn't be a T-Rex right now. I could
shoot
multiple ones. T-Rex can't do that.
So that was one action to move.
Mm-hmm.
One action to
do all the interaction,
and one action to do that.
No, I'm gonna say perceiving and the action is all one.
Okay. So I still have one. Fudge. This could be a choice, but that seems like a bad choice. I don't think that's a good choice. I don't have a really good idea of what to do. I'm going to. I can't ready an action. I'm gonna
cast shield.
Cast shield. Isn't there a dodge action that I can take?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna dodge. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
That's my last action.
The very rarely used dodge action.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
It's great. I'm just saying it's rarely used because I think most people forget that it exists.
Fair. Well, and I do.
Does it just give them a -2 to hit you or something? Or a +2 to your AC?
I'm honestly double checking right now.
All right, so after Krug, that brings us back to, I believe, Robin.
Mm-hmm. Am I possibly within 10 feet of a couple of these pumpkins?
No, they're on the other side. They're back where you were at. Basically,
and the big one's in front of us.
You ran towards the big one, and while you all were focusing forward, these squibblies started to come towards the back of you.
I think the only appropriate thing to do, given honestly Robin's current state of information, is to attack the big construct in front of her. So I'm going to do that. She's going to bite it. Also, this T-Rex is like a purple and blue, and the blue look is exactly the same as Remy's coloring, which is is it like an icy blue?
It's a midnight blue.
Midnight blue. That's even better. So yeah.
It's kind of your hair.
Kind of Molly's hair.
Yeah, actually.
Cool. So yeah, I'm going to roll a bite check.
And this thing is flat-footed. By the way, I forgot that's part of my critical. My weapon specialization was the extra damage. My critical specialization is that it's flat-footed for 1 round.
I'm gonna use a hero point. I don't want this one. I don't want that die anymore. Okay, cool.
It's much better.
That's a 15 plus your attack modifier is 16. So 31 is it +2 for flat-footed?
Or it's -2 to their AC.
So 31 to hit.
31 to hit. 31 hits, does not crit.
Does not crit. Okay. Cool. Then also, I do have to move 5 feet closer, but I have a reach of 10 feet. So I'm 10 feet away from it.
Okay.
And that is a d12 of piercing. +9. 17 damage.
Okay. It looks like it's not taking as much damage as you expect.
Okay. And that is... It is piercing. And then I'm gonna try. So you've slashed it.
Yes.
I've pierced it.
Say, yeah.
Have we bludgeoned it? I don't think we bludgeoned it. With her tail.
Okay.
And 8 plus 16 is 24. Is it plus 16? It's 24.
Minus 5?
24. Yeah, minus 5. So 19.
Does not hit.
Oh. You will never know.
That is 2 actions.
I had to move a little bit to get up to it. So
move, attack. Okay. That brings us to Remy.
Gonna go in for a slash.
Do it.
Not horrible. Not horrible. I'm slashing it, and that's gonna be.
you're in jail.
29.
29 hits.
29 hits. Okay. Crit. Wait, I can't crit anyway. Who cares? What am I talking about?
Ooh,
Woo!
not bad.
Yeah, pretty good. It is great. And that's going to be 25
Okay.
damage.
Again, it looks like it's not taking as much damage as you would normally perceive it to take with that kind of hit.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep doing it anyway. Because I don't have a lot of options. In fact, I feel like you keep slashing away from me, Jake. I going back and listening
If
to
it makes you
those-
feel better, it's not specifically slashing.
It's just like...
Physical. All physical damage.
Fair enough.
Oh, there's no dodge, apparently.
No, there is. That's a 5th edition thing.
Yeah.
27.
27 also hits.
Nice. Why did I put my damage dice back on the... There we go. Not as good with the... It's 17 damage on that one.
17.
17 does not hit.
No, that's damage.
Oh, that's damage. Sorry.
17. It can't take 17 damage, actually. It's immune to 17 damage.
Exactly 17.
Constructs are immune to so many things, including just 17 damage.
It looks like it's like barely holding on.
I can
Okay,
trip
good.
it.
I'm gonna.
That would look pretty cool.
Isn't
if I
that
tripped
you've
it.
already taken 3 actions.
No, I've taken 2. I just attacked twice.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna attack one more time. Hey, if
Thank
it's a
you for
crit,
catching that
if it's a crit, baby. Hey. No, but it's a really good roll.
Mm-hmm.
But minus a million.
Minus 10.
Yeah.
Okay. 25.
25 hits.
What the?
Woo!
It has very low AC.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. 3 attacks hit. Wow. Remy's just crushing right now over here. And let's get that damage. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not
These are
bad.
good damage dice.
Could be worse, could be better.
Could be worse, could be better. How's 24 damage?
You described to me how it is killed.
Okay, I definitely don't need to be a T-Rex anymore.
Already?
Well, you can go pick up the little pumpkins and eat them.
I think...
That's
bad call.
Seems like a bad idea.
Wait, why?
Because they explode.
No, Krug, I know one way.
What? I don't want to.
Oh, wait, okay.
Look at
So
the
Remy,
spell.
I mean, like, this whole situation, Remy goes up, like, jumps off of their wife and does the attack, and then is like, boom, boom, does another attack, and then, like, the thing tries to hit Remy, and is like, ooh, dodging, like, all day long, and then it gets furious and has a boner, and then... It was the chat. The chat did it. I'm sorry. And then Remy's like, takes the hand back, like spins the sword behind him a little bit, and goes like, ha, no, I will show you how to chop some wood. I'm going to cut you down. No, here, hold on. Wait. Takes the sword back, does it again. Okay, and then he's like, oh yeah, you think you can chop down that tree? Well, look at me chopping you down. You are like a tree.
From behind the caravan, you hear, Remy, just hit it.
Like a tree. You're like it. You're made of wood. And now you will be toppled like what you just. Okay. And then Remy goes in for the final 3 blows. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Anyways.
And I chop the sucker down, and it falls. And unfortunately, it falls like right in.
The line with the tree.
So it's like, yeah,
now
we have to move 2 things.
Funny enough, so this object is 6 feet tall, but weighs 500 pounds.
Whoa. Gains.
That's huge.
Wow. Well, that's my turn. Mm-hmm. So when it lands, it goes cuckoo.
Boom! Like it hits hard.
Is it?
That brings us to, well, it would have been this construct's turn, but it's not. It's Moss's turn.
I run immediately to Snowball and start unbuckling her from her harness.
Yeah.
And
that's all 3 of your actions.
Yeah, I mean, do you want that's all? I mean, right? I mean, is there anything specific you want to do other than get her out?
I mean, I'm going to get her out and lead
How
her
difficult?
away.
You're the equestrian. How difficult is it to get a horse out of their, especially on their side?
I mean, pretty difficult because half of the buckles would be on the other side, but I can probably get her out like enough that I could slip it over her head.
So do you think it would take all 3 actions?
Probably take like 2.
Okay.
And
move
then,
into her and then do.
The third would probably be getting her away from it.
I would say, well, you got to move over there. So so move action and to get her out. And I would imagine as soon as she unbuckles, she takes her own actions to get the hell out of it.
Okay. But not too far.
No. Just like
not run away.
Not run away. Just out of danger. That brings us to these creatures' turns.
Uh-oh.
So they move closer and they don't attack, but they kind of just move up to you, crew.
Wait, why do they do that though?
And they don't do anything.
They're just doing something?
They're charging. They're charging their laser.
They're shooting my lasers. God, that's a throwback.
Right. Welcome to 2002.
What would you like to do, Krug?
Is it my turn? I have so many options. I could run and hope they follow me. I could
punch 'em?
Stand here and take many damage. I could throw one of them. How many?
3 of them came up.
That's many of them.
Many.
Here's the thing: you can take as much damage as you want. All you can't do is die, you know. And we got plenty of ways to keep you from dying. You think this is gonna kill you? Probably not. It's only like what, 4 bombs?
Your confidence in what you were saying dropped the longer you took the sentence.
All they did was like level Callendale. Like,
that was a lot of them. This is what, 12? You're fine. You're level 7.
Boy, oh boy. Okay, if I move through them, do I need to tumble through? What size are they?
They are tiny.
Oh,
come on! They're just
They're pumpkins.
Can I? That's fair. Can I scoop them up? Can I just carry them?
Would you like to grab one?
I would like to grab all 3 if I can.
Sure.
Do it.
Make 3 reflex saves.
Oh God.
Can't do anything one at a time, can you?
Woohoo! Okay, I am a monk. Reflex saves aren't
Fair
bad.
enough.
And also I'm tanky now, so.
Right.
That's
You're
good.
tanky?
Okay.
It is a different character. So this one is 28.
Okay.
And then I should probably roll more dice.
Are these living creatures?
31.
Cool.
Okay.
And then, no way, 20, 34.
Krug, you critically succeeded the reflex save on all 3 of these.
Yes! Oh, I'm feeling really good about my bet right now.
I guess it is difficult for a caravan to succeed a reflex save.
That's true.
Right.
Physically. Physically impossible.
Yeah.
Pac-Man the pumpkin.
Yeah, you literally, you take them and you can hear this almost like, and you're like, oh, and you like push them out as you're like, oh, they're gonna blow. Why did I, like, you have like this moment of clarity and you like push them away from you as they start to explode and you just like do a backflip and just like as the shrapnel just flies, you're just like,
very
wow,
cool.
very Matrix.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
I land and I look around and I'm just like,
And Remy sees you do that. Is like, that's exactly what I would have done.
how close is the next closest one?
they're within a movement Like they're a little bit further away, but yeah.
The thing I'm trying to ascertain, will the next closest one be able to get to me next round?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna how many
I said there was 12.
Okay.
And so that's 3 down, so you're down to 9.
That's so many.
Blow Krug up so bad.
It's the only thing I could think of, so I don't want them to get Dr. Ravna. I'm gonna just go up to the next closest one.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
And I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Oh, can I kick it? Can I kick it? Try to kick it away?
Punt it.
Is there like a
I was just
roll an unarmed attack?
A shove. This is a shove,
I was
right?
just imagining.
Oh yeah, that's good. Could we do it like a shove with athletics?
Roll me an
Roll an
unarmed.
unarmed attack. Okay,
I was just
gladly.
imagining Batman with the bomb above his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
I haven't dropped mountain stance yet, so this is going to be one of them. It's a D8 instead of a D6. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a 16 and a 19. That is going to be where? What?
Who? How?
I don't know
Who,
my
where?
my.
Your unarmed attack.
You're a monk.
I am in fact.
Plus 30? Can we all agree it's probably plus 30?
It's
Is that
probably
fine?
plus 30, something like that.
I'm
Actually, no, it's probably plus 19. At least.
I mean, my attacking with my sword is 18, plus 18.
Oh, maybe
15. Okay.
Maybe it's plus 16
So-
as the T-Rex.
31 to hit.
If you could crit it, it would have been crit.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
Sweet. It's one of these. Oh, but it's 2 of these because I got this thing. 13.
Krug, you kick it so hard that it just breaks. You literally put your foot
No
through
explosion.
it, and you've got a pumpkin on your foot. And you just kind of wiggle it off of you, and it's just like it almost like ashes. Like it
sweet.
like melts into like a gourd that you've left out too long during like Halloween. That's just like.
I think my turn's over, and I also just like even if I have an action left, I'm going to use it to apologize to Aurori for my stupidity. That was just like didn't do a good job representing the team there. I get that.
These bombs, I gotta pick them up.
I'm gonna do better next time. Better than it getting to Dr. Abner though. I'm totally
Yeah, that's
okay
true.
taking a bomb for the team.
Robin, that's your turn.
Is dispelling a spell, I forget, is it an action or is it a free action?
As in your
Dismissing?
own
Dismissing.
Dismissing is a free action.
Okay, cool.
It's
And then
Is it?
second,
think it's
let's find out because it
multiple.
might affect my turn. But
I mean,
the other-
if you want to rule as a free action, I would get it, but
You're gonna dismiss the T-Rex thing?
I think so,
Maybe I'm
possibly. Only because as little Robin, I can attack multiple ones at once, and there's a lot of small ones right now. But
Dismiss is one action.
okay, I'm not gonna do
You
that
didn't
then.
thwack them with your tail, though, right?
Yeah, but it's still only one at a time. But it's pretty cool, so I'm gonna do it. The T-Rex kind of like leans its head down to Remy, and it's probably like I imagine the head is like the size of Remy, and just kind of growls at you, generally communicating, "You want to ride?" Nobody
No
hears
way,
that.
really? Can I ride you?
And it just kind of turns and gets ready to run off towards the pumpkins.
Can I do that?
Mechanically, can we do that?
What ride?
Can Remy ride? I'm large.
Yeah.
Cool.
You have to make. Was it acrobatics or athletics checks to stay on? But yeah.
I
Cool.
think it's acrobatics.
Yeah.
Well, what I would like to do then, just ultimately long term for the rest of the fight, I would like to ride in there and start thwacking and biting at the pumpkins with Remy on my back. I don't know the best way to resolve our turns doing that.
So honestly,
but-
these are non-threats. Like these
Sure.
things literally have 8 hit points.
I figured.
And so their AC is 17.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure most of you have to roll a 5 or higher to hit.
So we're pretty in control of this situation.
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point.
Like the bigger one in the front was like the threat, and it would have been harsh if those explosions got to you while you were still fighting the other one. It would have been way worse. But once you got the big guy out, it was just like, bink, bink.
Now, just for future use, would
Oh.
would my wife be considered a traditional goblin mount?
No.
No.
Hold on.
Well, listen.
I'm ready to argue already.
I would argue otherwise.
No, but your wife is. So.
Right. Naturally, no, but Robin has worked to become a traditional man. It's been a long time.
What's funny is I don't even need it because the Rough Rider trait is just for me to use command and animal and stuff. So.
Okay.
I know.
So fucking
In context.
It bears.
We're married and we fuck.
Wait, a married couple that fucks? What will the heteros say?
Anyway,
So we win.
Oh,
Yes.
my stars and
so you
Court of Corvids!
but
it's in T-Rex voice. So it's fine.
you all finish off the rest of these, and Dr. Ravna, after a moment of clarity that the danger is gone, like pushes the door, and the door flacks to the floor as they kind of come out and like pull off like a random thing, like a boa.
Be careful with that!
I don't think that whatever I'm doing to it is any worse than it's already gone through. But, what happened?
It seems as though some of Fizzle's constructs were like either trailing us or they had positioned people, the constructs on like all of the exits out of town. I'm assuming that might have been the case to like track probably Arturo and, let's be real, us. Because
Dr. Ravna goes over to one of the like remains of the pumpkins and like lifts up like the melted gourd and sees like the pieces of it on the inside, and they look at it and they're like, yes.
I'm like obnoxiously close to Dr. Ravna.
Did you want to look?
No, I don't know what. I think being close to you, if it explodes, would allow me to help you, but that's not the case. So I'm just going to take a step back. Sorry.
Big prey, puny still.
Yes.
Many tiny ones, worthless.
This looks like the work. It's construct, but it's definitely Thistle.
Do you know anything about them that we don't? Like
About what?
What they're capable of?
Fizzle, you mean?
Yeah.
Fizzle.
Thistle?
No. Fizzle.
Fizzle.
Fizzle's correct. Fizzle is.
I assumed
Fizzle's
that's
our
what you
friend.
meant.
Fizzle's our enemy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. This is Fizzle. What exactly do you mean? Like, what do I know about Fizzle specifically?
Yeah, I mean, you seem pretty intimately familiar with the way that their constructs work, or the fact that you can identify Fizzle's work leads me to believe that you know something about Fizzle or some detail.
Well, between prepping for the event at the end of the month and being attacked for the last few,
right,
has given me an insight of
right.
what they are capable of doing.
Right.
And there aren't a lot of people who create constructs, and usually there are a few. These are almost mass-produced somehow.
Interesting.
Do we know why yet? I mean,
Why
what Fizzle's ultimate endgame is? What they get if they win after all this?
Well, one is to take the power away from Arturo, which...
It seems they've done that.
Yes. I think another one is to kill him.
Oh, can revenge really go so far? I mean, we've all got plenty of reasons for vengeance. I think plenty of people were angry with what they've done, and we can see that taking us very far. I don't know, Krug maybe a stronger head about it, but it just seems like so much just for someone like Arturo, just to make him suffer or lose. There has to be more, right?
Arturo wasn't as friendly, from my understanding, in the past.
Moss is snickering.
Okay, I can get myself to imagining.
Has he ever explained to you how he lost his hand?
I don't think he's ever explained much. He didn't have to, so probably not.
I think he explained it to me when we...
I think he explained it to Krug when we were transporting someone or something. Dr. Ravna, maybe. The first time. But yeah, I don't know that you ever relayed that back to all of us.
Yeah, and I don't think I say anything.
No, I don't think so.
Arturo used to wear a gauntlet on that hand that used to capture souls after killing them, and would then burn those souls for power.
Oh.
Oh, so he's a real nice guy.
So, like, we're talking, like, permadeath? Like,
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
One of the most evilest things that you could
Why?
ever do.
Now I just shift my why.
Why did he do this?
Yeah, I mean, was he forced to? Was he grossly misinformed? Was there a noble reason?
The conversation didn't go past that very much.
Yeah.
There was regret in his eyes and sorrow in his voice. And I think the reason he has created the Corvids is to make up for what he did.
Or to find more power.
He had substantial power in that crystal.
Yes.
He knew what that crystal could do, and he kept it from everyone.
So maybe this is all a ruse that he blew up the crystal so he could steal it.
Then why would he give you a piece?
Because he has the bigger piece.
I mean,
Let's table that thought, maybe.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. I just
Yeah.
feel like it would have been much easier to not create the Court of Corvids once you had the crystal.
That was the time to run. This gauntlet, do you know, is it still out there? Or is this something that maybe needs destroying? Much as I hate to write in the journal.
As far as I'm aware, the gauntlet went with his hand.
Do I know the answer to that question?
I think so. I mean, she's hinting at it that it basically exploded. Yes, this that it basically exploded on his hand and blew up as well as his arm.
Okay. I mean, at least that's good. I don't know. I'm sorry I brought us in this line of questioning. I mean, I don't know that it's priority. I don't know. It's hard not to understand why bad things are happening. So.
If we are all feeling in a decent place to move forward,
What do we do about the caravan?
Oh yeah. Just give me some time.
I think we should blow it up.
Excuse me.
I think that right now we should survey and make sure that we are not being spied on. And then in order to move forward, I think we need to blow up the caravan. But not to the point where you can't see it anymore, but
I think you're right. Yeah.
I just can't keep having
they're right.
these constructs following us. And it's like, it's a very, noticeable caravan. And
It's been my home for a decade or more.
I know it is a big ask. I'm very aware of that. But if we keep running into these constructs that can continue blowing it apart, I mean, they're going to basically take it from you one way or the other. And in one instance, we may be inside of it.
How do you know that they're not going to just follow us?
They probably will, but the point is that we'd be able to stay off the roads without the caravan, I think.
Roll survival.
Yeah. Yeah. Robin's gears are turning about this plan because it does make sense. I'm gonna give myself some guidance. This feels very important. She's looking very, very inwardly. And I think guidance is a +1, and survival is +13. Really, that's all. Okay, so 25 total.
You know that without the caravan, you can take Snowball and basically go through the forest, and it is significantly easier to hide your tracks. It is significantly easier to hide in general. It's significantly easier to camp. It's significantly easier to do just about everything.
And it expands the number of directions we can go. More like
Yeah.
If we only follow roads, we're going like one way, you know.
And we can ride our dogs,
Yeah.
which are here, by the way.
Always.
I'm
not-
super fast.
Well, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Just so Molly knows, I'm never going to hurt them. Just
Right.
to get that off the tip.
yeah.
I'm
Thank you,
never
yeah.
going to hurt them.
No.
Like, I will put them in danger to add suspense, but I will never.
They have GM plot armor
Yeah.
times 10.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Snowball, Anyan.
Any animal and herring.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I hate to say this, but it does seem like the most likely course of action for our safety. And there is a possible benefit, if we do it right, that they see the caravan and they think they got us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what kind of eyes they have, right? But if they find this, you know, then we might just have them off our trail for a while. I know.
But we can come back for it, right?
There's a possibility, but Moss, I think plan A is take everything that matters most, and we build a new home wherever we go. Or everywhere we go.
Remy walks over to the caravan, like goes up to the front where like Herring and like everybody would sit to like ride on the outside, and just rips the boards off of like the seated section.
Remy!
And like brings them back over to Moss, like hands out. When we finally get to a point where we can rebuild here, so that you have a piece of the original.
It's very nice, I suppose. Moss
grab
begrudgingly takes the boards, but like is wiping away hidden tears and hands them to Herring, and then walks over to the caravan and starts packing up all of her best outfits.
Can you grab a couple spokes, babe?
A million scarves.
From a tire, a wheel.
Now, okay, we are only taking, you know, what the important things of what we can carry.
Yeah, I'm sure my magic can make it all fit into a bag, though, right? Like all my costumes.
I mean, theoretically, there's
very expensive magic that you don't currently have that can do that. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, no, there's a spell that might help.
At least clothing.
I was gonna say you have
Snowball.
No, I was gonna say you have Cloaky.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we just load everything into Cloaky.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cloaky,
like,
my darling.
This is why I didn't think we were moving in yet. Like, I get a toothbrush, but your whole wardrobe.
Cloaky, my darling, do you want me to continue to look fabulous or not?
I mean, you know I like it when you're wearing less clothes, not more clothes, so I don't understand. Okay, we'll stop.
We're all here. We're moving boxes. You're not alone. And then we leave.
You could store any of the major items. You can't anything that is one bulk or less. You can easily.
Okay, then I want to put my best costumes and knickknacks into my boyfriend.
By the way, by one bulk, I mean each item is one.
Yes,
bulk.
yes,
not
a total of one bulk.
Yeah.
Here's 10 apples.
I feel like the point you're trying to make is that we can't take the caravan and put it.
Yes.
Okay, but what's harder to carry? A bulk of iron or a bulk of feathers?
Are the feathers wet?
Yeah, is the iron wet?
Oh.
My favorite meme right now is a picture of two different people, and it's like someone that can carry a ton of feathers and a person that can carry a ton of bricks. Like, it's like, this hurts, but it's funny.
Okay, so Robin has True North all the time.
Okay.
So that'll help us just kind of get wherever we were going before anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Did we know where the closest Temple of Asmodius was?
I kind of assumed that all of you were just going to go to another town and try
Yeah,
to figure
yeah,
out.
sure.
Okay, cool.
Like, I didn't.
I don't think we know where a Temple of Asmodius is. I think we're just
No, but I would say you can roll a religion check to figure out what good locations might be. Like, maybe there is something specific about followers of Asmodius that they're like, oh, hey, I like places by the sea.
I want to do that too.
28.
Even though it's not a mechanic, I would like you to roll 2d20 and take the higher of the two.
I have seen that as a mechanic for something in
second edition. It does exist in second edition.
Like, they ask people to do that.
I would like to.
My God.
The whole thing turns into
17.
17 total?
Yeah.
Really?
My religion's 10. I roll a 7 as my higher.
The second roll was a 2.
Okay. Lawyers.
Wait, man, I got 28.
I want to roll. Oh, sorry. Do that first.
More than likely, any town that has a ton of people. They'll exist, but they won't be like, "Welcome to the Asmodius Temple." It would just be like,
Is there something that we can...
"Hey, I'm looking for your lawyer."
I want to roll probably perception or survival, and probably stealth as well, to scout the area around us and make sure we're not being seen, and see someone before they would see me with the stealth.
Okay, would you roll?
Is that going to be perception and stealth? Does that make the most
Yeah,
sense?
yeah.
Okay.
So roll stealth first to see
Cool.
how well you sneaky.
The perception is the stealth is a 10 plus sneaky. That is 21. As I'm also doing the chameleon thing of blending around into the environment.
Okay.
And then for the perception, that's also a 10 plus...
Right in the middle on your rolls.
15, 25.
You kind of guess as you're sneaking around. You don't see any other pumpkins. Your assumption is that this was a roadblock and this was the point. This was like, this is the stopping point. We're going to be able to handle any of this.
It was a trap, not a trail. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then the next thing I'll do is I'll just be like, once we figure out which direction we're going, I want to make sure that I'm as prepared to lead us that way as I can be.
So yeah, Krug, you know specifically any highly populated town.
Do we know what the nearest...
Are we close to that Orc City?
I don't think that's
No,
highly populated. Does that count as highly
Wasn't it?
populated?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
huge, right? Yeah. I remember because it was the only big city that
Yeah,
Robin
it's true,
liked.
because the library was
Also, we shouldn't go back to
Geeking
places
Rose.
that.
That's true.
That's
No,
true. We
it's
need to go
really
somewhere
well.
new.
We
So
need
Somewhere new that's big.
the closest new city.
And I will get you that name next week.
Absolutely. Fair. I would also like to, really quick, before we blow up the caravan, I'd like to remove part of it and paint a sign on it that says, "Come find us, bitch." And then I'm going to put it...
Wasn't the
Wait,
point of
no, the
blowing
point
it
is
up
that
so
they
that
might
they
think
didn't
that
know
they
that you were
killed us?
alive?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
to fake our
that's true.
deaths.
That's true. I forgot about
So
that part of
then
it.
you set that on fire.
And then I set that on fire. No,
It's-
okay.
it's-
No, that's
yeah.
right. I'm not gonna do that.
I
That was
imagine Krug-
just something I
Krug's
really
like on the
wanted
floor
to do.
painting something, and then like it's on fire, and then I imagine Robin's like, "But isn't the point?" Krug just throws it.
It's symbolic. It's symbolic.
I really hate this fizz guy.
Were you going to roll something?
No,
Cool.
but I was gonna say a couple of other things because do we still have Scott's old bottle of Drunk No More?
No, I imagine you all gave it to
Did we give it to
him.
him?
I think we
Yeah.
did do that. Like,
Yeah, I think we
Over
did.
Seems right.
Yeah, we got like potions or.
We
stuff.
take the stuff on our character sheets.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you imagine that you have the
Oh, that
caravan.
cool stage, though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't really take the stage.
Yeah, but you have the pocket stage, so we don't need it anymore.
True.
Oh, that's right.
Won the pocket stage from that competition.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so like imagine you have all of the because everything in that caravan was under one
Yeah.
bulk. So you have everything except for the physical caravan itself.
Great. Cool.
Yeah. Is any of it under warranty still?
As all of you step into the woods, except for Moss, I imagine Moss is on Snowball with Herring.
Yes.
I buy that.
Facing the opposite direction of
And
the...
you're on Dogorno and Dogske,
Dogske.
and Krug's just walking because he's fast.
Because he's fast, yeah. it really honestly tracks all of it. I don't know about Dr. Ravna though. Is Dr. Ravna?
Oh yeah, we're Dr. Ravna's on Krug's back. No,
I do it.
That'd be pretty great. Honestly.
Yeah,
Big
I
fried
dig that.
everyone.
I
Something.
mean, if they're comfortable with it, I'd do it. I don't
Dr.
mind.
Ravna was like, I would prefer to just ride on the horse with Moss. It seems.
Oh yeah, you can carry Herring because Herring is small.
I could totally carry Herring. And carry any,
Whatever.
probably not Moss. That would be weird because Moss is taller than me.
I mean, you still physically.
And
could.
my center of gravity would be like,
Yeah.
whoa.
So as
That's how you
you
sneak into a play.
as all of you are heading into the forest, we take a look back and see all of you walking through. No one took damage, correct?
No.
Correct.
Nice.
Wow.
And as you all head out to the next portion of your adventure, you all will start next session 1 level higher.
Ooh.
Yay.
Now I can turn into 2 T-Rexes.
What?
No, I can't.
At the same time? What?
Imagine.
Like, I imagine that'd be so weird. I mean, it kind of makes me think of like Twin Eidolon for summoners.
Well, imagine if it's like, you know how summoning rules, at least in D&D 5e will work, where it's like you can summon 1 like CR8 or 2 CR 1/2
Yeah.
or whatever. That, but for shapeshifting. So
Yeah. You're like,
yeah, 1 T-Rex or 4 Raptors.
anyone else see the spaceship that just flew over?
Don't worry.
So,
Level 8.
Level 8, I want to just take the last few moments, just curious about what all of you all are kind of thinking about the direction that you want to take your characters. Does anyone know for sure what they want to do?
I have it, because
Yeah.
Path Builder lets you like assign them before you actually level up. I think I'm doing... back when I thought I was a healer, I was going to do Paragon Battle Medicine, which is basically the other level 7 medicine skill that I didn't already have for level 7. But it allows me to do, when I do my battle medicine stuff, I would also be able to reduce the sickened, enfeebled, or clumsy condition, which could potentially be useful. Conditions come
Sure.
up sometimes. The hard thing is the class feat, because I have to choose between... a number of things, but what I'm really thinking about is Ferocious Shape, Soaring Shape, or Wind Caller, which are basically different ways to use focus points to transform Flying Shape. I mean, with the Ferocious Shape I just used the spell version of today, so I'm not like... I mean, that's very cool to make this just part of the shape-shifting, but also Wind Caller I think just lets me fly when I use a focus point, and that could be cool. So I don't know. I'm gonna pick something of those 3 to be a more... forever power for her, and pretty much anything else can be replicated by spells, I think. So I don't know yet.
Anyone else?
I'm between, because I get a class feat. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I get a class feat and a skill feat. I haven't quite decided on the skill feat yet. But I'm between a couple of things with my class feat.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Felling Strike, because when we were fighting Mark II and stuff, it became incredibly apparent that like range was our downfall. At least like without Moss, range was a little bit of our downfall. Like Krug and I don't have a very good way of attacking anybody far away.
Definitely not.
And Felling Strike, make a strike. If it hits and deals damage to a flying target, the target falls up to 120 feet. The fall is gradual enough that it causes the target to hit the ground. The target takes no damage from the fall. If the attack is a critical hit, the target can't fly, leap, levitate, or otherwise leave the ground until the end of your next turn. So
that's pretty good.
That's interesting, Maniki, because then I could take, like, it depends on how high up they are, but I could start carrying around a little crossbow or something, and
something small,
and that's I always harp on this. Having multiple weapons is like quintessential fighter, in my opinion. Like,
oh, I know,
because even with weapons you don't care about, you're still just as good as every other martial character using them. You know.
Yeah, then that's something that's been really interesting to me. But or maybe I'll take Reflexive Shield.
Y'all are 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've just become level 8.
Next level, your 9th level, you will get your 3rd gift on your item.
Ooh.
Hey.
And it is a major gift. It will be your first major gift.
Maybe that could just give me Stormwind Flight, eh?
I'm trying to see what major gifts there are for air. Lightning Storm. 2 actions. A relic surrounds you with a storm of wind, rain, and lightning in a 30-foot emanation. This storm is difficult terrain for creatures other than you. Any creature other than you that enters or starts its turn in this storm takes 1d12 electricity damage with a basic reflex save, 2d12 damage at 15th, and its sustained activity up to 1 minute. So basically, you could just have a perma storm around you. A 30-foot emanating storm around you that does 1d12 to everything that's inside of it.
Be pretty cool. Could be pretty cool.
I mean, if that's something you're into, or
it's definitely thematically appropriate.
Or I could give you the ability to cast fly on a targeting you.
See, that's the kind of thing I'm thinking. Like, I feel like Robin being able to fly on the winds is definitely where, like, one of the directions that I've been moving her. So, I might think about that so I can do something else with my class feature.
Sure. Krug, what about you?
I'm trying to decide. This level feels like something that it should be like a no-brainer for me because it has Clinging Shadow Initiate, which I don't know if you know this is a feat that costs a key point to use, and then it gets me into a stance where I can make Clinging Shadow strikes. Is that what they're called? Oh no, that's the ability, not the feature here. Shadow Grasp strikes. They only deal 1d4, but they're negative damage. They're in the Brawling group and have the Agile, Grapple, Reach, and Unarmed traits. So the fact that it has Reach and Grapple combined means I can grapple at a short range.
Wow.
And then it also gives me a +2 circumstance bonus to athletics checks to grapple and to the DC for creatures to escape from you. Which is like, how could you not want that as the character that you're deciding to play? But also, in addition to that, Tangled Forest stance is available, which is really good in my opinion. You can make Lashing Branch unarmed attacks, which are a d8 slashing damage. They have Brawling, Agile, Finesse, non-lethal, unarmed. That's fine. Don't care that much. But while your Entangled Forest stance and can act, every enemy in your reach that tries to move away from you must succeed a reflex save, acrobatics check, or athletics check against your class DC or be immobilized for that action, which means that they waste the action. They can't move, and the action is spent. I can also choose to allow the enemy to move, which is interesting. I think I'd have to like rebuild my character a little bit because the way that my character works is not very class DC dependent, so it's not like at the forefront of the character. But also like,
yeah,
being able to grapple at a range and getting just a free +2 to grappling.
Grappling is really useful.
And also I love the flavor of Clinging Shadows, where it's like I'm this almost completely mundane character. Like I can use magic to run really fast, but it's really kind of borderline whether or not that's just me running really fast. And then like this, like as I learn and grow, I become engulfed in shadow and just can do all this weird stuff to you from a distance. It's kind of interesting. I like both of them.
It's hard.
I haven't decided yet though which one I'm going to take. And then I think I might be investing a little bit more into intimidation for the skill feats.
Nice.
You want to get that scared to death.
I mean, I'll take it.
Scared to death is probably the strongest feat in the entire game. The fact is that you roll an intimidation check and you can just kill someone. Like,
wow.
I think
we should all get that.
I think I tried to use that in our level 20 campaign.
I don't think it worked.
I think I tried to use it.
It's hard to succeed, but like high risk, high reward.
The thing is it's one action. It doesn't go against map, so you can use it up to 3 times and not take a penalty against it.
But if they fail or if they succeed, is it succeed or critically succeed? They become immune. You can't try again.
I would have to look again, but I think they get a. I think if they succeed, it's just that they don't die, and then I think if they critically succeed, they're immune. But the thing is it's not meant for one big target. It's meant for a bunch of small targets. You know what I mean? It's meant for the fighter to be like, boo, 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 and then like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like that's kind of like.
It doesn't have like flourish or whatever. You can do it multiple times in one round.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Molly, do you know?
I don't. I wanted to ask, in character, have I been in contact with the witches lately?
You can.
Because I feel like I got some shields to learn from them. I got to look at Path Builder because I think it's available for the iPhone now. It wasn't.
There's a good browser version.
There's also a really great browser version.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would be really helpful for her to have it on her phone while we play.
Yeah.
I'm actually very curious. Would Molly like this opportunity to become less sorcerer and more witch?
See, that's the thing. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, like, I feel like conjuring and, like kind of like Snake Oil Salesman show fits Moss as a character, but...
I mean, that doesn't prevent a witch from doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, witches have the access to similar magic as a sorcerer. It's just the source of your power.
Specifically, so how witches work is they actually have they're very much like sorcerers. You have access to all of the different types of spell casting based off of what patron you choose.
Yeah.
And so you're casting occult spells?
Yeah.
So
I don't remember.
Divine spells. Divine spells. So you could choose a patron that cast divine spells, and so you would still have access to the same spells. The only difference is that you would now have access to hexes, which is its own thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Moss wants to hex. Obviously, Moss.
Zill would
wants
have
to hex.
been hexed already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who would have been hexed already.
Not Zill. Zill?
Zill.
Yeah,
Zill would have been hexed, and also
Mia.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Mia. Poor Mia would have been.
I mean,
hexed.
a hex doesn't work like
from afar.
No. I mean, it doesn't work like a hex isn't like from now on you take -2. Like
there's one that's like from now on you're dead though, right? You're dead. You died.
If you deal enough damage with the hex, then yeah, that could be a thing.
You're dead.
And out of this.
So with fervor, which is divine, you would get something called stroke the heart.
Whoa! Really now? What does that do?
Strokes the heart.
Stoke the heart. Stoke the
Oh,
heart.
my God.
Boo! Stroke the heart.
It's
Close.
the heart.
It was close.
What a slip.
Stroking the heart.
What a slip from our fully professional GM.
Yeah, I definitely professional.
You got a DM screen. Well, how more professional can you
I've got like 3. I was trying to find this one because this is my favorite one. Because it's shorter than the rest of them.
I saw you get into some DM screen discourse with
Spencer.
With Spencer, yeah.
Yeah, because Spencer was saying that like he can't play with a GM screen because he feels it brings a separation between the players and the GM. And me, I'm just like, fuck, terrain? Okay, difficult terrain, an extra 5 feet. Like,
and it makes sense for like a small one. I just like those ones that are like, hello, player.
Yeah, I don't like the tall ones. The tall ones are just too much because, like, I don't feel like there's a separation. Like, I can, like, I see the table.
I forget that it's there.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
Remember that guy in that one show who is always behind the fence?
Wilson.
Am I dating myself?
Wilson.
Yeah.
Thank you. Was it Home Improvement?
From Castaway.
Yeah. So, Stoke the Heart is verbal, range 30 feet, one creature, sustained for up to a minute. Intense fervor fills the target creature, empowering their blows. The target gets a +2 status bonus to damage rolls. Once this spell ends, the target becomes temporarily immune for 1 minute. Heightened 2, so at this level it would be heightened...
Heightened up to level 4, probably.
Yeah, so that would be 2 heightened. So you would give a creature a +4 status bonus to damage rolls.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, I want to do some of that.
So, and that's just what you start with if Fervor is the one that you choose. But there's also a bunch of other hexes that you can get as you level up that would...
It would also give Moss an opportunity for more fabulous hats, so that's the most important part.
So what I would still say character-wise is that I think Moss is transitioning closer to a witch.
Yes.
And that bloodline is still there, like the fact that she is becoming more of a practicing witch versus it just being a part of.
She's developing like a technique kind of that is informed by
It also
witch
makes sense
magic.
as she works towards being the Queen of Hell.
I already know which thing I'm choosing for Moss, by the way, for her relic. It's called the Bargain.
Oh, already.
You already,
Fiendish Bargain.
Ah.
It's a single action, and you can use it once per hour. You choose a positive effect and a negative effect. So you can either the relic attempts to counteract a harmful condition affecting you. So you can get rid of a poison. You can get rid of just something.
Okay.
Or you can regain 3d8 plus 16 hit points.
Wow.
Or you gain a +2 status bonus to attack rolls for 1 minute.
Whoa.
So you can choose one of those 3 things, but you have to then take one of the following. Your stupefied 1 for 1 minute. Your clumsy 1 for 1 minute. You
the
lose
hijinks.
1d8 hit points.
Oh boy.
You
Not good
gain.
for squishy.
You take a -1 penalty to damage rolls for 1 minute.
This is the Chaos Gate from Hades.
Yeah.
Mechanic.
So basically,
very cool.
you're like, oh, I'm really low in health. I can, for one action, a single action, regain 3d8 plus 16 hit points. But then you're
gonna get really clumsy.
Yeah, you're clumsy one. You know. Which,
Oh, whoopsie! And then like, there's like some Three Stooges like, Remy starts turning curly.
So clumsy, you take a status penalty equal to the number value equal to your dexterity-based checks DC, including AC, reflex saves, ranged
Jesus.
attacks, skill checks using acrobatics, stealth, and thievery.
Moss-
Which isn't the worst thing for Moss because her AC's already crap.
Yeah, she should get hit anyway.
Moss trips and like accidentally pokes someone in the eyes, and then like a bucket of water falls down. There's a pie involved somewhere.
And then Remy turns around and hits you with their bastard sword.
Yeah.
I would also argue those negative things aren't as bad
No, they're not.
on a squishy character, because if I take -8 to my health, no one's gonna like come to my rescue and try to take the rest of the damage, you know? But like a squishy character, you have the big
Right.
Oh my goodness.
See,
Those are metal dice.
Don says witches are a little different, so make the time to read up on them, and if you need help, ping us
Yeah.
on Callendale.
Yeah,
We can help.
no, they are very, very different. But I just mean like the fact is that you can choose a spell, like the spell class that you were previously in.
Yeah.
So,
I thought you wanted to do the witch stuff for familiar things. I thought you
I
wanted
mean, yeah, because
get more-
well,
Onion
I mean,
stuff.
the thing is Onion will become significantly stronger.
Yes.
Because you will.
Onion could probably 1v1 Remy, like honestly.
Wow.
One other thing that I think as a group you all should work on, but Herring is now level 1.
Oh.
Because Moss has increased her leadership as her character. She has you level 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have Herring as is going to be level 1.
Herring's gonna be the big bad at the end.
No,
We're gonna spend
What-
all this
The
time.
max level Herring can get is 4. So.
Oh, okay.
Is
I actually haven't read those rules.
Herring
at all. I
would
have no
never
idea how they
turn
work.
on us.
Well, if he's only level 4, he definitely should.
do we want to have any group discussion about Herring's class?
Is
What
that
Herring
a
might
thing
do?
that happens?
Right? He's
Herring is level 1.
Oh, like a
so
real
as
level
a level
1?
one in the class. I have a pitch for Artificer
Okay.
because he's been
Yeah, I was gonna
just
say,
'cause he's been, like,
is there like a culinarian?
A culinarian.
culinarian.
Yeah.
Bard.
You say
And by
bard?
artificer, what do you mean?
I don't mean alchemist. I think I meant alchemist.
Oh,
yeah, but
alchemist.
I was forgetting that it is alchemist, not artificer.
My
There's
ADHD
not
is really
a
bad
straight
right now, sorry,
artificer.
I'm kidding.
it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. I mean, I would even be willing to, if you all want to look at the Thaumaturgus, which is
The vomit turgis?
Thaumaturgus?
which is the newest playtest.
Okay, that makes. I mean, that's appealing to me in its own right. What is the Thaumaturgus like?
They're basically like collectors of like information and
That sounds like something.
Also, saying
Moss would love.
thaumaturgy is very fun.
Yeah, Vomiturgus.
I'm trying to get
Oh,
it.
Inventor. Don suggested Inventor might have been what I was thinking of.
What
But
if they're detectives?
Thaumaturgus sounds cool.
Or
Also, I
Inventor.
want to.
I just want a
Inspector.
class where he can wallop people with a frying pan, with a cast iron skillet.
Yeah,
Every class.
That
class
can be just a reskinned club, right?
Well, technically, that would be an improvised fighter, which you could theoretically.
Could I like cooking spec a fighter for Herring?
Like
Like every fighter move was like throwing oil in someone's face.
The
and
improvised weapon proficiency
salt in the eyes.
is like an archetype that you can just take. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you
Cutting
can
off
you can
their-
make anything into a frying
Cutting
pan
off their
fighter.
fingies and toes and frying them up in front of them and then feeding it to them.
Sounds
It's like Chef
a little
Kirby.
less like Herring than I expected.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Hey.
It's more like a Moss thing to do. To be
Herring
completely
will
honest.
do anything if
Herring-
Moss is getting
Right.
the shit kicked
Here's
out
the
of her.
thing. Like, yeah, I said we want to have a group conversation. I think that's a good idea. But ultimately, I mean, Moss is going to teach him what he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, so think
Got it,
about
so he's
that.
gonna be a Hell Knight. Is that
Use,
what we
use the Discord and figure that out, or ping anyone if you need any information. We're gonna head out. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you so much for continuing on and following us over to YouTube and watching us through. And thank you for those people who donated some some money tonight. That was great.
I saw an old name I recognized that I forgot.
Megan Murphy donated a doll hair.
Thank you, Megan.
And Remus also.
Remus, that was the name.
Remus donated $10. Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Remus, which I don't know if I've shown you all the video, but Remus
in the knight armor.
Yeah.
Sent another one.
Oh, I was in the new one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful night. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Boop! I hit the button.